God. Alright,
That Lotho does shit.
let's ride into this
My
then.
thing changed again.
There we are. Welcome, friends, to another game of Skyfall 5th Edition. My name's Lucian, your host and DM, as always, and I'm joined today by the somewhat recently named Full Service, who in your last session got up to a few shenanigans. A good deal of travel is what happened, if I remember correctly. And after some strange dreams and completing a couple of small jobs around town, you all decided to go and head south to potentially make it into the desert of Baccaral and see if something could be gained from these strange visions that have been plaguing Lotho. Along the way, you've made it into the town of Dio's Outpost, and there found out, due to whatever time you may have lost, that the first of winter and its festival is coming around the corner, with Berth's strong admiration of winter, and at his request, you've all decided to stay and kind of enjoy the festivities before heading on in your journey or deciding what it is that you want to do next. However, the last thing that happened, you had all woken up very early on the first of winter and stepped outside to one of the tables here at the center of the inn, only to find that shortly after lamenting how you didn't have any work, the door opened up and in walked in a somewhat familiar human noble who came over and sat down at your table. At this point, Carrick became quite ill and immediately looked like he was going to kind of break out into a sweat or perhaps start vomiting. And he said, sorry guys, I'm going to have to stay in my room for a bit. Come and get me in a few. And you see he just kind of gets up from his table and runs off towards the latrine at the end of the hall, leaving you all seated here with this strange, very well-dressed man. Seems somewhat familiar. What do you do?
Do we know you?
He looks over and he says, well, in a way you know me. And he looks over towards the counter. Seeing that nobody is looking in your direction, he turns back, and for a brief moment you see, almost as though a mask is being lifted for a brief second, the cunning illusion of this humanoid face disappears to reveal the one with translucent skin and the two horns above his head, and then immediately that disappears and goes back.
Dear God.
Yo.
Dear God.
God has nothing to do with it. Surely you remember me from back in the forest a few days past?
How could I
remember you
forget?
from more than
You and that giant-ass bird.
A bird? I don't recall this bird.
Yes. It was shortly before you got there. Don't worry about it.
Interesting. Did this bird look like an eagle, perhaps?
I don't know, it's just a big bird. I didn't really get a good look at it, I guess.
It did look
Anyways.
like an eagle.
Not important.
Are you sure? Can you make a deception check for me, Verth?
Oh God. I'm not the talker, guys. This isn't good.
Oh yeah, no, that's why Aldrin doesn't say shit. I know
Aldrin
you're
says
just
a
in
lot.
trouble.
Yeah, that's a 6.
Ooh, he
Yeah.
didn't roll great, but he definitely got better than that. You see an eyebrow raised from this well-dressed gentleman. He leans in towards you and he says, come now, you can tell me what happened with this bird.
Alright. It was a big eagle. I'm sorry. It said some silly stuff. I don't know.
What kind of stuff? I'm curious.
Lotho?
Passes the buck. Yeah, you see Theo turns over towards you, Lotho, and he goes, yes, Lotho, would you like to share what the bird has told you?
Well, don't remember a whole lot, but the thing that struck me the most was something about a shroud in the desert.
Interesting. I can't help but notice that you've moved a bit further south. Is that where you're going?
Perhaps.
Go ahead, everybody please roll insight.
That's a big old 7.
Ooh, not great, but I see a 17 there.
This is insight.
Insight, please.
Alright.
Lotho's still a little lost in the head.
21.
21. Okay. Actually, that roll is quite poor. All of you notice, save for Lotho, that Theo definitely knows more than what he lets on here. And there's definitely something slightly sinister about how he watches you, waiting to hear what this bird has to say. And when you mention the shroud in the desert, his eyes almost kind of light up, though he makes attempts to conceal it. Is that so? Well, I couldn't help but have overheard that your group was lamenting not having enough work and was a bit short on coin.
That is an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I could offer you a chance to make some coin and give you perhaps something to do.
And the cost would be...
But your time and servitude.
servitude for the duration until the contract is complete, I assume.
Indeed. You're getting used to this, Lotho.
Is there any chance you can possibly heal this injury that I've had for quite some time?
That could be arranged. What sort of an injury are we speaking about?
Well, you see, I'll give you the short story. I died.
Well, not a good
Nearly.
thing.
Nearly died. I will point that out. Nearly died. And I came back and I kind of lost some valuable points into my skill range that I could easily take back. If it were at all possible.
Well, I must confess that I don't have in my stores any sort of healing that might help with that, but I could go looking for it. I'll tell you what, Aldrin. I will keep an ear to the ground, and if I can find anything that might help, I'll let you know.
Alright.
Now, this is so
I
much
think-
more pleasant than last time. Carrick practically shooed me away. I should speak with you three.
Yeah, Carrick's kind of become an ass.
Is that so?
Just a little.
Well, I have a feeling we're going to be seeing quite a bit of each other through the future, so we may as well be civil. You did come through for Carrick.
He looks over at you, Verth, to kind of gauge your reaction.
I won't lie. Your ability to eavesdrop on us is a little unsettling, but other than that, I don't see any reason to untrust you.
Well, good. If that's the case, then I will let you know what kind of work I have in store for you. There is a cult in town, and I was looking to see if you could maybe rid the world of them. You'd be doing everybody a favor.
What kind of cult?
Some group of humans underground here at Dio's outpost, possessed by some strange madness, and I would have you rid the world of them. It can be at your own leisure, but until you do, you will be, let's say, in my debt.
What kind of cult?
It's difficult to say. All I know is that they've been practicing dark magics that I'd rather they not, and if you would kill them all, everybody would benefit.
Alright, I have 2 more requests, if you wouldn't mind. Possibly granting me these. As you can see, I've got this kind of shitty chain armor on. I've been looking to upgrade. I wasn't sure if you had any uncursed gear. I mean, I've had my fill of cursed gear.
Oh. What kind of gear are we looking for?
Something a bit stronger than what I currently have on.
I could find you some better heavy armor, Master Dwarf.
Right. And then my next request is to have a donkey I could possibly take along for the trip.
A
Certainly.
camel would be better.
Alright, we'll take a camel.
Donkeys are delicious.
We'll take a camel.
Your dragonborn friend is not wrong. I can provide these for you. However, with too many requests, we will exceed what I'm willing to pay you for this job.
What are you willing to pay us?
Indeed. I was thinking something to the tune of a few hundred gold. I don't know exactly how many of these cultists you'll run into, and their existence is more of a nuisance for me than it is a top priority, so I don't feel comfortable spending too much. But I could put in enough for the armor and perhaps the steed that you desire. Or we could change the terms and move more of that into just gold, depending. Good dwarven armor is difficult to come by these days.
Give me a little information. Perhaps a little clarification on some having.
About the cult?
Afterward, like when we take care of the cult, if we decide to do this. I've been having some dreams about some other stuff that have been a bit puzzling to me. Like a little more clarification.
You see that Theo leans in very, very attentive, and he says, He examines you closely and kind of turns his head almost like he's looking at all the different angles of your face here and says, well, now's as good a time as any to tell me what you know.
Can I make, oh boy, some sort of like insight check to see if there's any sort of, I don't know, like malice or...
Yeah, for sure, please.
Okay.
Oh, the first
Ooh.
one of the night, my friends.
Let's re-roll that.
Okay, yeah, halflings.
Not a
let me
whole
push
lot
them to
better.
a 3. You're
Only
not really
worked out a
sure
couple
what
times, yeah.
Theo's thinking. All you can really gather is that he's keenly interested in what you have to say.
Okay. I'll fill him in on the gathering at the torch and like explain the vision I saw there of the druids climbing up on the hill and appearing. And I'd also like to know if you have any information on these brown cloak desert dwelling druids that people seem to be so afraid of.
Are you going to be in town for a few days?
I think so, based on the condition of our friend there.
Tell you what, take this job from me, stay in town, that I might find you afterwards, and I will tell you a bit about these druids. How does that sound?
That sounds good to me.
I can give you the location to this cult, as best I know it at least, though some further investigation might be needed, but I'm sure that you're resourceful. What say you three?
I don't see why not.
Yeah. It worked out well for Carrick.
A small
Oh, yes.
extermination in exchange for, let's say, some information and at least a prize of 250 gold. Does that sound about correct?
Fair to me.
Yeah.
You see he produces a piece of parchment from his coat and unrolls it onto the table with a quill and some ink there. And you give it a gander, finding that on the paper, essentially everything that he has said has been refined into concise bullet points, and there are lines for your signatures at the bottom, which he then, kind of pushes in your direction that you might sign it. Interestingly enough, there's only 3, and there isn't one for Carrick.
Theo,
Yes.
I do have a question. Must we kill them all?
Yes.
What if we deem someone who is, how do you say, not guilty?
Well, if they're a member of this cult, then they will have to die. It's in the contract, and it's what I want. If you run into bystanders along the way, then by all means do whatever you wish with them.
They're
Fair
in
enough.
no way related to Eridan, are they?
The cult? I doubt it.
Okay, good.
The first druid dabbling in magic like this? I don't think so.
Do you have any idea how powerful these guys are?
I don't, unfortunately. They've done a very good job of evading my eyes, and so they must be magically gifted in some way.
Can I take a quick, scan through the document to see if there's any sort of, mention of what happens to our soul? If there's, anything about our souls?
Oh, interesting. Well, Lotho, you can read Common, Halfling, Elvish, Druidic, and there is writing on this page, which is definitely not any of those.
Mhm.
And you are fairly certain you see no mention of your souls on here at all in the Common that's been written, but the Infernal, which, is definitely present on the page, is beyond your ability to read.
Okay. Well, it seems pretty cut and dry to me, guys.
Shall you take this
Are you in?
task? This could be the beginning of a long and very prosperous friendship.
Birth, you seem like you're in. How about you, Aldrin?
I am in completely.
I do have one final question. Pardon me, and I apologize.
No, of course. I have some time.
I briefly heard Carrick mentioning something about his soul in this whole contract. I want to be very clear. My soul is not mine to give if you're using it as collateral. It belongs to my clan. My body belongs to my family. However, my spirit is mine alone, and I'd be willing to use that as collateral instead.
Interesting. Very well. That complies with what's on the page.
What's our time frame on this? This is my final question, and then I'll sign.
I ask only that you complete it before you leave the town. I know that it might be a little bit difficult, and this group, given that they've evaded me, might evade you for a good number of days, who knows.
Okay.
Good.
I'll sign the page.
And then he pushes it to the rest of you.
I'll
I'll
sign
look
the
straight
page.
at him in the face, give him a little smirk, and I'll sign the page.
And then he boops him on the nose.
I do
No,
not.
that's me.
Chat is pleased to know that you're doing more deals with the devil.
Really.
Do you sign as well, Aldrin?
Oh yeah.
Okay, everybody signs the page, and Theo, very satisfied, rolls it up, and you see a sort of lightened filigree that suddenly bursts along the page, and then he takes it and stuffs it away into his coat. He then turns back towards you all, and he says, right, well, the location is here, as he shows you on your map, and he says, you'll know if you're getting close if you find these symbols, though I haven't found the entrance to their lair just yet. And he shows you what is a very sort of small piece of parchment that has a little symbol on it, and it's like a heart with a couple of lines through it. And he pushes this over in your direction. He says, well then, I shall be off. If you speak with any eagles again or get any of these dreams, please do contact me. And then he kind of gives you a bow and steps out the door. And you think that you hear a small little noise, like a poof, and he's gone.
All right then.
Does that creepy bloke always show up like that?
More or less. He got me imprisoned the first time we met. That was pretty sweet.
And how did that turn out?
I mean, okay, I guess. I got out. I'm not still there.
Alright.
That's what led us on our... Oh, I mean, that's how we met you. On our way to battle that giant tentacle beast. Would this... This is a long shot, and obvious. I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this, but this symbol wouldn't count as an object, would it? That's
No,
kind of
it
like
would
a
not.
physical object. Something
Yeah.
you can hold, not...
Oh.
Is it anything I might be familiar with? Like, is there any sort of, like, religious connotations to it?
Yeah, go ahead and make a religion check for me. Do you have proficiency in religion?
I do.
Yeah, go for it.
Guess who doesn't?
So that's my
This
modifier,
guy.
not plus my proficiency bonus, or with my proficiency bonus.
You're adding both your, what is it, your intelligence modifier and the proficiency.
Okay, in that case, it is a 20.
Oh, well done. Looking at this symbol, it does seem faintly familiar. This symbol looks like something that you've seen while going through old tomes involving not gods, but other powerful creatures. Ones that could be considered sort of like demigods or lesser gods, maybe avatars of some of the greater gods. But it's definitely not a symbol of one of the major deities in the realm.
Okay. Guys, I think I know where we might be able to... do I know, like, would I know if they were, like, a somewhat evil? Like, so it's more on the yeah.
Sadly, no. You're not familiar what their affiliations might be or what their MO is.
Okay, that's all right. Yeah, guys, I think I might know where we could at least start with this.
Where might that be?
The other day I went to this I don't know, I guess it was like a library. This huge collection of knowledge that we might be able to find something there.
Why not?
Figure out. That might point us in the right direction anyways. At least give us some idea of what this symbol means.
We have no other leads, so... Lead the way.
What was the location that he showed us, by the way?
Oh, the location. It looks like it's a little bit out of town. Like it's near the end walls there. It looks like your map isn't quite as detailed as to give like the location of all the different buildings and stuff like that, but it does seem like it's on the outskirt near the wall somewhere.
Okay. Alright, so you guys want to go to the library first?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
What time is it, by the way? Is it like evening? It was like evening, wasn't it?
It was
No,
morning.
so-
We just woke up and went to the...
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
it's the first of winter here.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Okay.
Okay, then I guess we'll go to the library.
The people out in the street are here and there, kind of far and few in between. It's early enough that despite the fact today's a festival and there's definitely plenty of decoration here and there, nobody's really quite up yet. And you guys are definitely some early birds compared to everybody else. So as you travel through these city streets, you eventually get to this large tome repository that you've been to the previous day. And there, just like before, you are charged a single gold piece in order to go in and spend a few hours looking at the books if you so choose.
I'll throw it in.
Okay. So you're able to go in, and Aldrin and Verth, do you want to stay outside while Lotho goes researching, or do you want to pay to get in as well?
I fiddle the last gold piece I have. I'll wait out here.
Yeah, I'll wait alongside of him.
Okay.
I
I'll-
can't really access inside of there.
All right.
I'll throw in for both of them.
Yeah. Okay. So all of you managed to get in. First realizing that you're quite poor, but then Lotho covers the tab for you. The collection of books is quite impressive, and you can see many shelves that are completely stacked full of different items. It looks like you could find a little something on almost anything in here. It's really quite impressive. As you all kind of dig down into it, what is it that you're searching for exactly, Lotho?
So, like, knowing that it's has something to do with the demigods, I kind of want to find out if I can at first like find anything on the symbol just to figure out who or what, like, who it's associated with.
Okay. So, what kind of tomes would you be looking at then? Like lesser gods, that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys going to look for something different or follow Lotho's lead?
I'll follow his lead.
Okay.
Look for... Yeah, I guess for now.
Okay.
Same
So
thing.
you guys all as a group head over to a section that has books on the lesser gods and start to plunder through the depths of knowledge there. I'll have all of you please roll an investigation check. Let's see what you find at the library today.
Probably books.
I can guarantee
Wow,
books.
second 17.
6.
Doing investigation.
Yeah.
Mine's a solid 17.
11.
I jack shit.
Gross.
Interesting. So an 11 from Verth, a
Lotho got a 6.
not great, and Aldrin.
Nope.
17.
Oh,
Again.
okay. Unfortunately, Lotho, as you go through there, you find very little. However, your companions seem to turn up something. Verth, looking through a page of the Lesser Gods, you find what looks like a collection of pictures that have been used throughout the ages, and it's unfortunately an image categorized under unidentified images that you find one of these. So somebody has definitely seen this before, but they weren't able to kind of put anything to it. And Aldrin, you actually find a mention and use of this symbol tied to some sort of entity named Mursan. And I'll type that over here for you.
Alright. Yeah, let me pull that up. I'll not remember that.
And the thing that you're looking through here mentions that followers of Mursan have been sighted here and there, but often disappear, resolving themselves as the reports of them involved their followers soon falling to madness and either killing themselves or becoming too much of a problem and being dispatched by those around them.
Hey guys, I found something.
Good, because I haven't found anything.
Found this book that has a thing called Mirzan.
Now, would
Oh,
that strike anything? Would that strike any chords with me?
Yeah, roll another religion check. Let's see.
Shoot up.
Oh, there it is.
Alright. So that would be 25.
His luck has changed. You have heard of this lesser deity, which is more so just a... Oh, Jesus. Aldrin, why? Good God, terrible crackling noises.
Thunderstorms.
You've heard of this creature, which is probably a more apt description than lesser god. It traps followers into following it and doesn't welcome them with any sort of tempting lure or anything like that. It seems that, from what you remember, Mursan gets a hold of his followers by coming to them in maddening dreams, which eventually just sort of erodes their sense of self until they fall into his control. and you know that Murasan is a god related with madness and revelation.
Strike any bells, Lotho?
Yeah, so I don't know how much help it's gonna be, but I know that Mirsan is he reveals himself to his would-be followers through like maddening dreams, like it would make you like almost like nightmares, I guess, that essentially drive you crazy. And then
Like the dreams you've been having?
I'm not crazy, I don't think.
Not yet.
Lotho's eye twitches as he says that. That'd be so funny. I'm not crazy.
But no, I mean, I'm not finding like nothing comes to mind as far as where like we could locate these guys.
All right, madman.
Oh, Aldrin, you having some technical difficulties over there? You might need to unplug your mic and get that sorted out. Ooh. Oh, Lord. Excuse us for a minute, stream. We have some technical
What was that?
difficulties.
Are
Oh
you
my
hurt?
goodness!
No.
Hey, he's back. Okay.
He lives.
What happened?
We didn't hear
Your
anything
mic
you
was
said. I
wigging
guess.
out.
Yeah, when your microphone activated, it was just like crackling in death.
Oh, that's annoying.
It's all good now, though.
So
Cool.
yeah, I mean,
Plugged it back in. Cool. Sorry.
it might
go
be
on.
something to avoid, anyways. Like, I don't know, trying to be sane, I guess. But I don't know. I think maybe we should probably take a look at the location Theo pointed out and see if we can find anything there. At least we know what we're dealing with somewhat. These guys go crazy eventually, and they either kill themselves or they're killed by others. So it seems, while not common, that's usually the way they meet their end. If that makes any sense. What do you guys think?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So after a few hours of sitting here, you all managed to walk away with a little bit of information on the perhaps the culprit here, or one pulling the strings. And you all leave the library, and by now it has gone into the sort of early afternoon, and there's a lot of people out, despite the fact it's only the first of winter, and there is a bit of a chill on the air. There's no snow or anything like that, and people are getting into festivities, which is more or less just feasting out in the streets. And you see people who have taken tables and things like that and placed them out in the middle of the area, and they all sit there and eat, but they have with them what looks like supplies of random sort. You see people who are exchanging items with one another, or handing off things to the poor, things like that. Everybody is wrapped up in this celebration of giving and preparation for the cold days up ahead.
Is there anyone with like ratty clothes?
Yeah, you see quite a few people, and it seems like, although this is uncouth during most of the year, during this day, the poor mingle with all sorts and are received very well. And you can see that there's some common folk nearby that look like they're down on their luck.
I'm gonna take that piece of leather armor I have. I'm gonna tear off that little symbol on it of the Coin Clan, so I have it for later, and I'll hand the leather to somebody.
Interesting. Okay. You find what looks like a young upstart of some kind. A boy, maybe 13, 14 years old, who wide-eyed accepts this gift, and he just looks at it in awe. And, he looks into his pockets to see if he has anything to give you.
I'll scruff his hair, boop him on the nose, and keep walking.
Okay. He just, you can practically see him like over your shoulder there, just staring at this great gift that you've given to him, and he starts to put it on. What are you guys gonna do?
Aldrin's just gonna go take a look around,
Okay.
see what's going, see if there's any good spirits to be had
Spirits
That
to be
he's-
had.
that he's not gonna dump on himself.
Interesting. Okay.
Aldrin invents a straw.
Do you mention that to anybody? Like, do you tell them that you're looking for ale, or do you just go up and hope to find drink?
I'm just gonna say, guys, I'm gonna go check something out. We'll be back in a bit.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna waltz off and see if I can find some good ale.
Okay. As you make your way off, you find a table nearby that has a bunch of people feasting there, and sure enough, they all seem to be kind of caught up in drink. And if you sit down there, they immediately welcome you to the table. A man in his 40s there, he gives you a look. You can see the heavy apron of a blacksmith that he wears there. And he has like a piece of meat in his hand. He goes, dwarf, eat! And he kind of pushes like a plate over in your direction. And you can see that there's like a very large tankard of ale nearby as well for you to take.
Aldrin's eyes are gonna start to glow, and then a tear's gonna run down his face, and he's gonna be like, "Thank you so much, my new best friend." And then he's gonna take the meal and he's gonna eat it.
Okay. So you get down into feasting. How about you, Lotho? Are you just gonna like follow Verth around, or go with Aldrin, or you got your own stuff you want to do?
I don't really have a whole lot, but having seen Verth give away that armor, I'm gonna find someone else who looks fairly destitute, and probably either maybe like an elderly individual or like an orphan, somebody in that realm.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got this winter blanket that I don't really need, so I'll hand that off to them.
Oh, interesting. Okay. You hand off this winter blanket to an elderly woman nearby, seated on a bench with a bunch of what looks like perhaps her grandkids running around, and she happily takes it and then turns to hand you something in return and gives you what looks like a piece of some sort of red berried pie on a small little wooden plate. She hands that to you in return.
I'll just kind of nod my head and say thank you.
Oh, it's no problem. And if you dig into the pie, it is amazing.
All right, yeah, I definitely will.
Throughout this, there are multiple times where people come up to you and offer you guys items. Are you guys going to turn them away no matter what, or are you going to be sort of receptive to this bit of giving that goes on?
Totally open for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about you two?
I'm gonna gauge the. I'm probably going to. Yeah, I'll refuse the first gift because I don't really have a whole lot to return,
Mm-hmm.
and see their reaction, whether or not they're like offended or something. And if they are, then maybe I'll
Nobody's
try.
offended. However,
Okay.
it only takes like a little bit more wandering the street before another person comes up and offers you something, and it becomes clear that this is going to happen all day.
Okay. Then I'll accept the stuff and
Okay.
hand out like a silver piece for each.
All right, Aldrin, how about you?
Aldrin is going to accept it, but he's also going to find somebody that's in kind of like need.
Yep.
And then he has a small pouch of miscellaneous jewelry
Oh,
that he had from looting somebody
yeah.
that he's gonna give to somebody
Okay, cool.
who really needs it.
All right, I'm gonna roll luck to see what it is that you all receive in return, having graciously given some things during this festival. So I will roll for Aldrin first. Okay, a 5. It's not fantastic. Aldrin, you're handed two things. The first of which is a small keg of ale. It's
Yes, these people rock.
it looks like it's large enough to hold maybe like 3 cups. Like it's a very sort of small barrel, but you can easily carry it and throw it in your backpack. It only weighs about 6 pounds. And you're also get a second thing, which is it's like it's like a shirt for a child, but it fits you very well, right? Like a human child, but it fits you, and it looks like a shirt with long sleeves. It's very warm looking and seems to have been knit with very thick wool. And it has like a red and black stripe pattern that goes all along it.
Aldrin is gonna throw that on immediately.
Okay, awesome. So you can add those to your inventory. And I'll go and roll for Lotho here. Okay, an 11. That's a little bit better. Lotho, you give out coin when people come in and hand you stuff, but by the end of it, you find that you're definitely getting much more back than you had intended. And you get back, interestingly enough, more pie, though of different kind. And it seems that old lady was not the only one making stuff during the day. And so you can add to your inventory a full blueberry pie, which was given to you by what seemed like a herbalist or something like that in the town. Somebody who's handing out a bunch of other items like that and like poultices and things of that order.
Mhm.
And you also get something that a lot of halflings are very are kind of not envious of, but something that they sort of appreciate, a homey sort of item. You're given a very, very nice looking kettle.
Okay.
For whatever reason, somebody thought that you needed it, and you were already kind of just resigned to taking the items. You just kind of,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay, I have this now." So you can add a very nice kettle to your inventory, and that'll only weigh about 2 pounds.
Okay.
And Verth, okay, an 8. You walk away getting a few items, though it seems that people aren't entirely sure what they should give to somebody such as yourself. It seems that you get mostly, items that would be fitting to give anybody, like basic gifts that would work for anybody. You walk away getting a total of 10 rations. You also get a few like things here and there as far as like small offerings of coin, and you walk away with 3 silver. But that seems to be the whole gist of it. So you can go ahead and add that to your inventory. And
All right.
by the time that this is kind of finished up, where have you guys been headed? To this location on the map?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, interestingly enough, as you head towards the area that Theo had marked out, you notice that the town around you is a little bit different, and that it's quieter over here. There's less people. In fact, you find yourself in what looks like a district of abandoned warehouses. You find what looks like a small little wooden crane over here, and a large warehouse building over there, and nobody has been working these, or at least not for some time, given how sort of destitute and derelict they look.
You guys are pretty good at tracking stuff, right? Can you see any like maybe tracks or indications of higher movement than usual?
Sure, we can take a look around.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Okay. So, uninterrupted by the hustle and bustle of people off somewhere else in the town, you start to wander about. What do you guys have as far as proficiency for survival?
Oh, Aldrin has a +4.
Okay.
I have +2.
Yeah, you have proficiency as well. Okay, both of you with proficiency in survival, please roll. And Lotho, seeing as how you don't have that, go ahead and just roll investigation.
Could I do
Oh, yeah.
16.
Okay.
Wow, oh, some good
I'm
rolls.
That 20.
That's fine. I'm gonna.
Okay. Definitely find something like that. Let's see what Lotho gets here. What were you going to say? Can you do a...
Oh, I'm proficient in perception.
Oh, okay.
If that's any better.
We'll use... Yeah, you can do perception if you'd like. It'll alter what info you get.
Yeah, I'll stick with investigation for
Okay.
13.
Alright. So, looking about, your group comes upon a few things. It definitely seems like this area is quite old, and sooner or later, come to realize that there are some tracks here, despite how sort of abandoned this part of town is. And Verth, you think that you've found what looks like a number of tracks that lead up to one particular abandoned warehouse. And eventually, following his own tracks, Aldrin, you too end up in front of this warehouse. And you can see, it looks like they don't go into the house. Very stealthily, the footsteps lead around to the side of it in towards a cellar door. Lotho, as you're looking about, the only thing that you notice with your roll there is that the only activity here is like the occasional set of footprints here and there that might go to one of these buildings, and most items have a reasonable collection of dust and debris on them.
Could I have been looking for the symbol?
Oh, interesting. Yeah, looking around for the symbol, you don't find it.
What do you guys see?
I see some tracks leading into this basement over here. Could be worth checking out. Oh, last time they were in a basement, we got arrested.
True. But this place looks pretty... Maybe it'd be a good idea to see what's going on. Like, that is a good point. Maybe instead of just diving in guns blazing, checking with like a guard or something, seeing what goes on in this area. Like,
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
You could
Maybe, yeah.
definitely go and
Sounds good.
try and find a guard or something if you wanted.
All
you
right,
guys
if we
want
can't
to do
find
that?
yeah, if we can't find a guard, I mean, if you want to go into your spider form.
That would be a tiny little spider.
Alright, we could just flick you right into there.
You would
Okay.
probably knock me back into Lotho form.
You find a guard nearby who is wandering through this warehouse district. He seems to be quietly pacing the dirt here and there, and smokes on a sort of rolled up piece of paper with some tobacco there, and kind of keeps to himself. And as he sees you all approach, he kind of gets the hint that you wish to speak with him, and takes a pause from his smoke to wander over in your direction. Good day, citizens. Must be new here.
Here
Yeah.
we are.
What kind of business do you have in this district?
Really, we were kind of wondering just why it's so derelict.
Well, a lot of these buildings haven't been used for anything lately. Not as much trade going on.
Why is that? Any ideas?
Folks say trouble in Freehold. Most of the business gets done down in, Zarencia and just doesn't come all the way up here. What with, the whole city of Valu disappearing and everything.
How does a city disappear?
Beats me. That's what the tales say. I haven't left town in a couple of years, so I can't say I've seen it myself, but travelers all seem to have the same story. Are you folk looking for something in particular?
Can you tell us anything about that warehouse over there?
Oh, yeah, do you point that one out to him?
Yeah.
Interesting. Let's see. Okay. He pauses for a minute, and I'll have everybody please roll insight.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I got a solid
19.
8.
19 for Lotho.
Okay.
That's a 2.
You guys aren't sure what to make of this guard, but Lotho, you get the sense that he knows something. And the guard turns towards you all and says, well, it's like all the other warehouses here.
What do you mean by that?
Well, it's just nobody really uses it or anything.
Know anything else about it?
can't say that I do. Anyway, I should be going. You all stay out of trouble now.
Oh,
Okay.
before you go, it is the first of winter after all, and I'm gonna give him 5 rations.
Oh. Yeah, he looks at all the food and he says, well, not as tasty as the pie going around in the center of town, but I'm happy to take it. Thank you. Hopefully it's a good winter for you all. Here, take this. And he reaches into his pocket and he hands you what looks like a small bundle of little, like, tobacco cigars.
Thank you kindly.
So you can add 4 of those to your inventory. And he kind of gives you a smile and then steps off and heads in the other direction.
Well, that wasn't entirely helpful, but maybe if we kind of sneak in. What are you guys thinking? You want to just kind of go in? We're not the most stealthy at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, how else are we gonna do this?
I mean, I can turn into like a cat or something and maybe kind of sneak around. See if I can see anything in there. Be a little stealthier than usual.
Why not just walk in?
You
While
wanna
you're all
walk in?
chit-chatting here, all of you hear what sounds like a couple of footsteps around the corner.
Uh-oh. Anybody else hear that?
Yeah.
At that mention, Aldrin, all of you suddenly hear these footsteps kind of run off in the opposite direction and become distant.
Were they headed towards the warehouse or away from it?
No, headed towards the center of town.
Oh, okay. What do you guys make of that?
I'm gonna run after him.
That sounds like a pretty scary dude, I guess.
Okay, you're gonna go running after him.
Yeah.
Verth, as you run around the corner, this person's far away enough that you can't see them or really hear them too well, but you might be able to track them. Can you go ahead and roll a perception check? Get a 10 or higher. Do you have a +6?
Oh.
No.
Okay, you come around the corner, and there's clearly evidence that someone was standing here and then ran off, like little scuffles in the dirt, but they become faint enough that you're not able to discern where they went.
Do I think at all that he was like listening in to us, or?
He was
That's
definitely
fine.
close enough that he could have been. It was only like around a building right nearby, so it definitely is possible.
I don't know about you. I just kind of want to barge in there. But if you'd like to take the stealthy approach, by all means, you can do that too.
Do you think our cover's blown at this point?
Wouldn't be surprised.
Okay.
Alright. Well,
Let's barge in then, I guess.
Aldrin will walk up to the door, kick it in.
Okay, here, let me draw a couple of things into tabletop. So here's this warehouse here, and there's a little set of cellar doors here that descend down. And as you kind of make your way over, let's remove Carrick here. Who's gonna go and open this thing up?
I'm just gonna cannonball into it.
Oh, you're just gonna smash through
Going
it.
for it. Maybe we
Why not?
shouldn't.
No, I'm going. I
Too
can
late.
make it.
Yeah, make a
Shields up.
make a strength check for me, please. Or sorry, straight strength roll.
14.
14. Okay. The doors are rather flimsy, and you go smashing through them. Pieces of wood just kind of tumbling down the stairs that are revealed on the other side. And as they kind of tumble down there, you can see that they make their way for probably about 10 feet before turning towards the left, and you're not sure what's beyond that point. It's very dimly lit, and it's only sort of the light from the outside world dripping down the stairs that allows you to see all the way down there anyway. You notice, directly to your left, even as you barge into the stairwell here, that there's this small symbol that you've been searching for that has been kind of carved into one of the stone bricks on the side of the wall.
I'll stop my charge. I'll just look over at the other two and just kind of gingerly point at the little symbol.
I'll follow down the stairs, but can I just try to do like a mending cantrip to see if there's any chance of putting this door back
No,
together?
it's
I didn't
obliterated.
think so. I thought so. Great. Shouldn't have asked about the warehouse.
The cellar door is definitely meant for like keeping rain out and not like 200-pound dragonborn.
Yeah. Well, that's done.
The
We're
job's a
definitely
job.
in the right place. Hope the guard doesn't come through.
We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Well, let's go then.
Okay. So,
I can't see shit.
I can't. Is it? I thought there was a little light, isn't there? I'll throw up produce flame cantrip just to cast a little bit of light. It's not a whole
Interesting.
lot. It's like 10 feet, I think.
okay. So it leads down here, and the turn to the left goes straight to nothing. It's like a portion of the wall there, but there's a hole in it, and somebody has definitely excavated into it. It seems that this turn of the stairs was like a planned cellar, something like that, to house some items, but hasn't been used for anything. And the carved area just goes straight into like stone and hard dirt, and it goes down and then turns off towards the right. And I'd like everyone to please roll perception.
What the heck was that? Okay.
All right, so I got an 8.
14.
10.
Okay, a 14, a 10, and
8.
okay. Damn, Aldrin, why are you so perceptive all of a sudden?
Nah, it's Lotho.
Or okay, you got the good roll.
No. Oh, why
I had
are
the
you?
14.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I thought you
yeah.
said why aren't you?
Okay. You can hear, Aldrin, what sounds like faint chanting that comes from down the way.
Hey guys, I hear some pretty spooky shit. I think there's people up ahead.
Okay. We're definitely in the right place, so might as well get this over with. What was that?
Are we ready?
Yeah, ready as we'll ever be, I guess. I'm gonna kind of try and hang to the back, though.
Hmm.
Aldrin, you want to go first since you can actually see? Aldrin?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay. We'll be close behind, but
Okay. Let's see here. So Aldrin's gonna be like 10, 20 feet ahead, and you guys will stay behind.
maybe like 5 or 10. It's up to you, Aldrin.
Yeah, whatever you guys feel comfortable with. I mean, if
Kinda-
I'm taking point on this.
10 is fine, probably. If I see any inkling of light, I'm gonna extinguish my flame.
Okay.
Can I roll? Well, it's not gonna do any good if they're tramping about.
Are you all going to attempt to sneak or just go for it?
I already
don't-
broke down that door. I think we're going.
Also, I have a
wanna-
-2 on stealth, so I mean, I'm gonna step on like a rubber duck.
I think we're
Or
going in
12.
hot.
Yeah, I
Okay.
guess so.
So as you come up to here, Aldrin, you can see that this portion is bathed in a sort of orangish light that faintly flickers across the dirt walls. And as you crest around the corner, you see further down a circular-looking room that has in it a group of 10 people all chanting around what looks like a horribly mangled and bloodied human corpse.
Jesus Christ.
Who is that?
Oh no.
Carpenter dude, you must have known.
Yeah. Some young guy. Aldrin's going to prepare his shield and his axe, and he's gonna allow it out. Or I'm gonna turn around first and say, "Are you guys ready to do this?" There's some pretty messed up shit in that room, but
There are torches that hang around some of the walls, and the cultists all appear to be chanting and have in their hands what looks like a candle that they hold. And the candle is not in a candle holder, so like wax just drips down over their hands, and they don't seem to notice. And so too, they don't seem to be interrupted by you either, despite how kind of noisy all of you are in the pathway here. Around the room, apart from the dirt wall, there's also what looks like tapestries that have been laid out, like carpets. There's one over kind of on the back wall that you can see and whatnot.
Before we dive into this battle, can I just take a quick bathroom break?
Sure, yeah, everyone, let's
All
take a quick 5 or 10 minutes here before you go suiciding.
Yeah.
before it goes suiciding. Sounds
Back
like
in a
we're
sec, guys.
Alright, I'll be back.
Wanna go in hot?
Hot and ready like some Papa John's?
Oh, dude, I am so ready.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Ready for this?
We're all gonna die, and Carrick's gonna, like, wake up from his little sick nap, and he's gonna be like, "Where is everybody?" And we'll never show up.
He'll just wait there in the inn. We're supposed to go to the
Guys?
desert together. I think we might be okay. I think we can take out, as long as we get like decent initiative rolls, we should be able to take out some, I would say, before gotten a sweet surprise round on him.
First thing my character will do, shout out, use the choke point to our advantage.
Yeah, I want to throw out a flaming sphere. Get that rolling around in there. How tall are you? You're like 6'4" or something, like 6'5".
I think 6'5". Let me double check.
My sphere is 5-foot diameter sphere. You could see over it. I could almost leave it in front of the choke point, so they'd have to
Well,
pass through it. Of course, then you wouldn't be able to run through. You guys are going to charge right in.
oh, don't worry about it.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Let's just let it play out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm definitely going to hang out in that little tunnel. Should have brought better spells.
I think Verth is thinking of another agreement with Theo. To get like a compass or something to help him track down this fucking little gnome.
Which gnome?
It's Sparky from Thursday Nights.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, your backstory. Yeah, Lotho was pretty skeptical when they first met. Leaning towards, I don't know, maybe not trusting him, but being a little more open to some sort of relation.
With Theo?
Mm-hmm. It just seems like he's always there, you know? So, like, well, you know, he's always around.
He's like our guardian angel.
Like, only he's a devil.
Hey,
He's been okay so
guardian's a guardian.
far. True, I suppose.
Even if he accidentally or intentionally throws you in jail.
That was more circumstantial.
You know what I want? I want to party with him.
Probably could. Haven't you brought that up before? Or maybe it was Carrick.
It was probably Carrick. I could see him saying that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was Carrick. Was not ready for this. We should have gone to sleep before we did this. Or at least taken a long rest.
I mean, nothing's stopping us from taking a long rest right now.
I mean, they haven't seen us yet, but who knows how long they're going to be chanting.
Let's just take a little nap right here in the tunnel.
Right? It's only 8 hours.
Yeah.
We'll just dig our own little alcove. We'll use the dwarf who's good at mining. He surely won't notice. Maybe I could do something. Yeah, I'd had 3 cups of coffee right as we were I was bouncing all up and down before we started heading into that. I was like, I don't want to jump out right in the middle of this fight.
I have a wireless headset, so I just used the restroom while we were playing a little bit earlier. And then he said, "Roll perception." I'm like, "Shit." Gotta run back, do that. And
Just have a wireless mouse that hovers over your mount or your D20.
Is everybody alive?
waiting on Aldrin.
Yep.
I think we've come to the agreement. We're gonna take a long rest right here in the tunnel.
Yep.
Sounds like a very good idea.
I think we really feel like they're going to be chanting for that for a while.
They probably
Yep.
haven't
I think we'll be fine.
sacrificed a dwarf in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Verth possibly thinks Lotho's going mad after mentioning the one guy,
Big baby.
Mersan. I mean, all indications are pointing to likely.
So I know I was talking recently about some dream stuff, but this god here.
Can I make an insight check to see if I see that he's checking in on me like that?
We could definitely do that when we restart here.
Oh, you don't need an insight check. I'm blatantly
Very
calling you
obvious.
out on it. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm calling you like fucking psychopath.
Birth is not a subtle
I
word.
am back.
I'm not.
I'm
subtle.
Back.
Sorry about that.
It happens.
Took longer than expected.
Better now than while you're in the middle of being stabbed to death.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay. Shall we get into it then?
Oh yeah.
As we're walking forward, first thing I'm saying is use the choke point to your advantage.
Okay.
I want to move up near Aldrin. So I can get like a... I probably don't have a line of sight like right here.
Yeah, not
Seems like it
quite,
kinda
but you
twists.
can't see how on the walls there it's like a torch flame lights, and
Okay.
you can hear chanting from over there as well, though none of the words that they say are comprehensible.
Can I try and sneak forward probably to about here?
Sure.
Guess I'll...
Go ahead and
Just
make
so,
for me a
like-
stealth check.
I believe that's just a 12.
Okay. You get around here trying to be quiet, and as you step over and look down the hall, you can see that one of these figures, a cultist back here, from underneath his hood, is looking at you and sees you in plain sight while muttering this chant and holding the candle in his hand.
That instant, I want to throw a flaming right.
You're throwing a which?
Flaming sphere.
Oh!
Kind of like right in between as many people as I can get, that I can see.
Okay, everyone please roll initiative.
I wanted to run up next time.
That's,
Oh god. Ugh.
that's why we have planning, folks.
Nat 20
Whew.
There we go. Now you can run up next to him.
Guess we got quite the
next
opposite.
to you.
So, let's see here, Lotho. What's the radius?
5 foot.
So here's your
That
little flaming
one.
sphere. You can put that wherever you wish. Well, within range, of course. Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Is this... it's obviously not a surprise round if he saw me.
You do manage to get it off, and
Do I?
before they react. Let's see here.
That is... I think it's 1d8... Flaming sphere.
Any creature that ends its turn within the 5-foot sphere must take ba-da-da-da.
Yeah,
bonus
dex
action.
save. Okay, it's just 2d6 at the start of their turn.
Let's see here. So we'll, so if you ram the sphere into a creature, which is basically what you're doing here, that creature must make the saving throw. So let's go ahead and roll those two. So what's your save? Ooh, that's not good.
I think it's 12.
Okay, they
Yeah.
both fail. Go ahead and roll those 2d6. If you roll high enough, you might actually burn some of them. Oh my
Is
goodness.
that high enough?
Yeah, okay, so these two cultists, as you move the ball of flame towards them, they don't stop their chant and are just, like, pulled up in flames and completely incinerated. The chanting stops and everybody turns, looking over towards the entrance here, and you see that the muttering changes to that of spell casting, and they pull out daggers as well and start approaching you. It's very zombie-like as they all sort of slowly move in step with one another. What do you want to do?
That was my action there. So I'm gonna take a little bit of movement and kind of get up into this little corner here.
You're up next. Let's see. Let's take off Carrick's thing here. You're up next, Lotho. So you did manage to get that, but you still have... Yeah, you have like a full turn now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, did I just derp out? Sorry, I looked at the red one here and just completely derped out.
Yeah, I was gonna
your
say,
turn.
I got like an initiative of 6.
I'm
It's like-
22.
It's like someone got a 20. How does that make any sense? I'm gonna rename your little thing to Verth's initiative. There we go. So it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm gonna run up. If I run right here, can I see down the hallway and see a couple of them?
Yeah, you can just ever so barely see, like, you know, these two over here.
I will. If I rage and use like an attack with a short bow, will my rage stay up? Does that attack count?
I think it counts.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, as far as I know, that seems fine to me. You're still trying to kill people, so...
Yeah, I'll pull up my bow, I'll rage, and I'll shoot off at any one of them I can see down the hall.
Okay, for sure. Yeah, go ahead and roll that. Oh my
Another nat
god.
20.
Holy fuck.
Damn.
2 nat 20s in a row. We'll see if he gets another one coming up. So go ahead and roll those deeps. So a short bow is what, like a d6, I think?
1d6, I believe.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's a 1. It's not great.
So 3 damage.
Plus, you get to roll again. It's a crit.
Oh,
A little better.
Okay, 7 damage. An arrow sticks into the chest of one of these cultists at the back here, and, rolling luck for you all, he is still alive. Staggering back for a brief moment, he manages to get up from his like, kneeling position and comes back towards you.
okay. I'm gonna sidestep in front of Lotho
Okay?
and put up my shield.
Alright. You're up next there, Lotho. What do you want to do?
Okay, I'm going to pop back into this little area here. And then I'm gonna bonus action kind of curve this around and ram into the...
Okay. Let's
So
see.
that's 2 deck saves at a save of 12.
Alright, so they both got 11s.
Excellent.
Roll some damage.
Lotho MVP.
It's a pretty value spell going on.
Out. This is just a... Ooh, so 4
Okay.
damage.
They're burned, but it doesn't kill them.
Alright. Well then, I'll chuck an ice knife. The closer one.
Okay.
So that is
Ice Knife has a range of what, like 60?
60 feet.
Damn, sweet.
So that is a... Where are you? It's a dex save.
No, it's an attack roll and then a
Oh,
dex
that's right.
save.
Yeah, that's right. Dex save is afterwards. That is plus... So, 15.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll your
Excellent.
damage. And then I'll do a dex save for him for the other portion of the damage. Oh, which he fails with an 8.
It's a 5-foot radius, so does it hit the other guy?
Let's see. No, because you stabbed right into that one. Let's roll
Okay.
luck to see if he's close enough to
I
his
mean,
friend.
to be fair, there's a giant ball of fire there.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, so it's all going to be damage on just him.
okay, so that's 3 initially, and then the failed save, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's another 2, right? Yeah, 2d6.
Oh, hey, there we go.
So 7 on top of that.
The ice
So-
knife flies out down the hall into the room and stabs into this cultist's chest, and he kind of like leans over to pull out this icy dagger when it explodes, tearing chunks away from his hand and face before he falls to the ground dead.
And then pop back behind Berth.
Okay. Next up, let's see here. You hear a voice that echoes out through the main room and somewhat down the hall. It's in common though, not this strange chanting. And it says, "Agents of the Dark One have come. They mustn't reach my inner sanctum. Destroy them, my children." And you hear all of them unanimously at the same time say, "Yes, Father," and start to wander towards you. So let's
Hive
see.
mind. Ugh.
This guy gets here.
Don't worry, they all have to flood in one by one, so we can just cut them all down at the same time. Unless they're gonna be pussies and stay inside.
Interesting. This one starts running down the hall. It gets to about here. And I'll cut it over to Aldrin. It's your turn.
Alright. Bring my cursor into here. Hell yeah. Alright. Aldrin's gonna go make an attack on this cultist. Ball!
Nice one.
God, that's the second one in a row.
Make a strength
Oh.
saving throw for me, please.
Oh, I can't use my precision.
No, yeah, 1 is a fail no matter what.
13.
Okay.
Right. Strength saving.
Yes.
So that's a +3.
Alright. You
Plus
almost
16.
let loose of your weapon on your horribly fumbled strike, but managed to hold on to it.
Thank God. Alright, well, I guess that's the end of my turn.
Okay. You're up, Verth.
I take out my the great axe.
Oh, yes.
So I've been wanting to test it out. And I'm gonna. Can I like kind of push Aldrin off to the left side a little bit so I can
Yeah,
sneak?
it's cramped, but you're able to get in there.
And I'm gonna hack
this
away
guy's
at this
fucked.
guy.
Okay.
How's a 23?
Well, that hits.
And a D12, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 8 damage.
8 damage. Okay. With a heavy swing, you lash out and manage to cut through this cultist, lopping off an arm and sinking your axe further into his ribcage. The force is so great that when it kind of gets stuck there, you then slam him into the wall. And when you pull the great axe back out, his body just falls to the ground in shambles.
Damn. Yeah.
Is that your turn?
I'm just gonna, in laughter, shout down the hall.
Shout what?
I'm just gonna shout down the hall. That's
Oh,
it.
just screaming. Okay.
Yeah.
Lotho, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna use a little bit of halfling nimbleness, pass in between these guys,
Okay.
so that I can get some line of sight in there. Now I obviously didn't see. Can I see anybody from where I am?
No, you can't.
Okay. In that case, I'm just going to. I'm gonna bring for a bonus action my flaming sphere right about here,
Okay.
and then get behind, like right in line, I guess, with these guys, and hold an ice knife until I see somebody.
Oh, okay. Next up, let's see here. This cultist dips around the corner and looks like he's about to cast something on you all. Lothar, go ahead and make your attack with the dagger.
Oh, that was cruel. 9.
9, okay, not great. That misses, but it will explode near him, so he gets a save of... Oh, he fails to save. Go ahead and roll the damage of the explosion. Oh my god, you're just on fire with these d6s.
Damn.
11.
Yeah.
Okay. He reaches out. You see him begin to make mutterings of some magical spell, and a light appears in his hand before the dagger you tossed comes close by. And though it misses, it then explodes, and shards dig into the side of his face and the side of his torso. And you see as his body just slumps out from around the corner and falls on the ground in the hall. After that, let's see. The others, you hear them shuffle about in the room, but they don't come around the corner or anything like that. You're not actually sure where they might be. It's your turn, Aldrin.
Alright. See. Oh, I can only move 25 feet. How much is roughly 25 feet on this counter here?
Oh, well, this is
When it says 25,
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Well, let me
And you
place
can
mine
move
back
like a
right there.
couple extra or under, of course.
Yep. Nice, I can get right to this guy.
Okay.
I am going to attack this guy.
As you come around the corner, all of them are midway channeling some spell. They seem to be
Oh,
saying the
shit.
words together, and when you come into the room, they all let loose bursts of flame that explode around your body. Go ahead and make for me a set of dexterity saving throws. I need 5 of them from you.
Good night, sweet
Holy
dreams.
shit. So that's all D20s, right?
Mhm.
So I'm gonna borrow some of Carrick's.
There you go. That's a D12.
That's not a 20.
Yeah, get that
There
out
you
of
go,
here.
buddy.
Holy shit.
Here we go.
Your dex -2.
Pass,
Yes, it
pass,
is.
pass, 2 fails. Okay. So you
Oh.
take a total of... Ooh, 11 damage.
Oh, you're good.
Alright, yeah, I'm good.
Let me see.
I'm still at 18 health.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da. I think you're gonna take a little bit of additional as well here. Nope, just the 11. Okay. And you managed to make it up, though. Despite all the flame bursting around you, you do get into combat with one of them. Go ahead and make your roll.
Alright. Ooh, nice.
18? Yeah, that's gonna hit for sure.
Yeah. And plus 3. Alright, so now. Uh, 8.
Okay, swinging your axe, you manage to dig in with it quite a bit, and this cultist seems fairly wounded. But still
okay.
stands still.
Son of a bitch!
Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay.
You
You
do
all
have an
see
action.
Aldrin run around the corner, flame bursting around him as he gets around there, and hear him swing his axe. Verth, you're up.
Well, inspired by this brave little dipshit, I'm gonna go chasing after him.
Okay.
Wait, did you call me a dipshit?
No.
You couldn't hear. You were digging your axe into somebody.
That's true.
I'll run around the corner, look both sides. He's got the left taken care of. I'm just gonna,
Cut up this guy.
yeah, cut him real nice. Nice.
Yeah, for sure. Make that roll. Let's see what you get. Oh, you almost got
Yeah.
that third 20.
That's not nice. That's a 10.
Okay, yeah, you swing out, and some sort of, like, barrier of force around this cultist magically repels your weapon away from him. Is that your turn?
Is there anything... Oh, I guess I can't see because there's a flaming spear in front of me.
It's only
Never
5 feet high.
Oh, is it? Is there anything like going on in the center of the room? Anything crazy we should be
Oh.
aware of, or is it?
It looks
Just-
like there's like some sort of naked townsperson that's been horribly mutilated at the center of the room and lays there in the dirt.
Okay. But other than that, there's nothing else crazy going on.
No, just the tapestries on the wall.
All right.
Okay.
Shields up.
Lotho, you're up next.
It's an action to dash, right? Not a bonus.
Yes, unless you're
Okay.
like special like a rogue or something.
Yeah, I'm not special like a rogue.
You can always
So-
multi-class.
Good.
The dash over there.
Yep.
Okay.
Get in here, and then for my bonus, I'm gonna bring this guy up. Down right. Get both of them.
Okay, let's see. They both pass, actually.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll the damage, and we'll take half. So roll your 2d6s. Oh, okay.
Damn.
9, so we'll just round up. So 5 damage to each of them. They're still standing, but horribly immolated here, and it looks like they're going to move away from the wall and your fireball as well.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
It is.
Interesting. Let's see here.
Go on what?
Aldrin, one of them leaps out to stab you, and strangely enough, the two running from around here, they run up on you as well, but this one coming over here turns towards you and casts some sort of horrid spell on you, and I need you to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh shit. God, these guys are assholes. Okay, that's not bad.
Okay,
Plus 2, 18.
Just wondering
you
if you
heal.
want to join their cult.
Or sorry, you hear the some sort of magical words go through your mind, and there's a compulsion to just lay down on the ground and stop fighting. But you're able to push it back and manage to stay standing there. And you can see a look of frustration that comes over this cultist when he sees his spell did not work. But his two companions do attempt to stab you. And over here, let's see, this one rushes on you, Lotho. Do his attack in a minute. So 2 towards you, Aldrin. Oh. Does a 15 hit?
Nope.
Okay, yeah, they both swing their daggers at you, but miss. Verth, one of them swings at you.
it's gonna
Okay,
laugh.
that's not gonna happen. And one at you, Lotho. Oh, does an 18 hit Lotho?
Oh, I think it does.
Okay. You are stabbed for 3 points of damage.
Oh. Okay.
And it's your turn, Aldrin.
Alright.
I'd like you
Aldrin.
at the start of your turn to make for me a perception check.
Perception check.
Uh-oh.
Alright. Balls. Alright, we're working. 12. No. 14.
You
Nope,
hear
12.
a
You're right,
noise amidst all the battle. Oh, it's a 12.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay. Amidst all the battle, you hear a noise, and there are daggers flying about and weapons being blocked and people shuffling around. But you hear what sounds like flesh being torn off of something, kind of like the sound of a large creature digging into a carcass, and it sounds like it's coming from beyond this tapestry. What do you want to do? It's your turn.
I'm going to.
It's
call
probably
it.
nothing.
Guys, I think they have some shit behind that banister over there. near Lotho's like fire effect thingy.
Nope.
Okay. I go. Okay, then I'm just gonna attack these two cultists. Or I'm gonna attack one of them because I
Okay.
can't attack the other.
You have an action surge.
Fuck! I just remembered I could use repost.
Ah.
All right, so
We'll write it for you
15.
or something here. Wait, hold up.
okay. If they missed repost. All right. I shall remember that now. All right, so does a 15 hit them? Or hit one of them?
Yeah, for sure. You managed to strike the one by the wall here.
Yes. This guy again. Get fucked. Another 8.
8 damage? Okay. Yeah, you
Yep.
swing out. He's already wounded and goes up to block your strike there, but you just overpower him and smash through, sending his corpse just like against the wall where he quickly just knocks out and falls to the ground.
Yes.
Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. And after Aldrin, Verth, you're up.
I'd like to smash this guy's face in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, please.
Just punch him.
Please smash his
I don't
face.
think I'm smashing him. That's only a 7.
7. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately the 7 misses. Okay, let's see here. Is that your turn?
Yes, sir.
Okay. After you, Lotho, you're up.
Okay, bonus. Turn into a direwolf.
Okay. So you transform into a direwolf over there, and what do you want to do?
I want to make a bite attack
Okay.
against the guy in front of me. Ooh.
Let's see what you get.
A 17 plus 5. So, what, 22?
22.
Hit.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay. And then he has to make a strength save, DC 13, to see if he's knocked prone.
He passes that.
Okay, 9.
9 points of damage. Okay.
Yep.
You manage to maul this cultist, and he falls to the ground dead.
And I guess that's it.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna run up and grab. Well, get next to him.
Oh, get next to this guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. After that, the tapestry over here blows off to the side, revealing some sort of hallway that heads off into some further area of the complex. But perhaps more importantly, and more urgently, some sort of strange creature. It looks like one of the cultists, but the top half is completely missing, and in its place, what looks like a horrible fleshy mouth, somewhat in the shape of like a Venus flytrap, where it's just like 2 gigantic rows of teeth gnawing at the air, and it starts coming in your direction.
Guys,
Beautiful.
I thought I saw there was some shit behind that banister, but you know, who listens to the mighty dwarf?
The hell am I gonna do?
I don't know.
It comes
Prepare for
running
it.
out up to you, Lotho, but doesn't make an attack. And let's see here. Ah, yes. So, instead of stabbing you, the cultist near you, Aldrin, reaches out to touch you. And you can see what looks like a horrible, dark, like necrotic, oozing green energy that begins to form around his hand as he reaches out to you. Does a 11 hit? I take it you're okay. Oh, did I lose connection?
No.
Nope.
Aldrin, are you alright?
Aldrin, he's talking to you.
Sorry. What was it?
11.
11 hit you?
No. I will use my repost.
Gotcha.
There you go.
No, my mic cut out for a minute. Alright, so. 10?
A 10. Unfortunately misses.
Damn it. Of course, when I can use my repost, fucking miss.
And Verth, so too does this one reach out to touch you, and does a 15 hit.
No, sir.
Okay. He misses, and instead his hand kind of swipes to the left, touching the dirt wall, and you see as the whole side of like that dirt wall begins to fall apart as if an incredibly strong acid has been gooped all over it. There's another attack towards you, Lotho, and one of these comes out in your direction as well. Does an 11 hit?
It does not.
Wow, okay. Let's see here. You're up next, Aldrin.
Alright. I'm going to attack this guy right here.
Okay.
I switched out my d20.
8 plus.
No, it doesn't really matter. 5. 13.
Okay, that hits.
Fuck yes. Oh, nice. And that'll be a 9.
Okay, you're swinging an axe, right?
Yep.
Yeah, with a heavy swing, you dig into the thigh of this man and cut off his leg. He falls to the ground and quickly kind of rolls around, setting out jets of blood before stopping there and falling over dead.
Aldrin is so good at cutting off legs.
It's like the dwarf MO.
You're so good at losing them that
I've cut off more than I've lost.
Okay, is that your turn?
No, I'm gonna move forward towards these guys
Yeah,
because
for
I know
sure.
that if they try and hit me, I can use my repost. So
That's true.
go, motherfuckers, try and hit me.
Alright, Verth, you're up. Or I think you are. Sorry,
Yeah, he is.
Lotho, you're up.
no,
Nope.
Birth is
Birth is up.
Verth. Oh my god.
My
Verth, you're up.
turn.
It's the no coffee thing, I swear to god.
After missing 2 attacks, starting to get a little frustrated. I'm gonna hit his fucking face!
Okay. I believe you can get that 20 back. Oh, so close. You just have to throw it a bit harder. Is that your turn?
You know what? Screw this guy. I'm mad. I'm just gonna peace out and go over to these guys. And I'm
Okay.
gonna take that opportunity attack, because I can't hit him.
Alright, let's see. Swinging
That
out.
touches
Oh,
the
he rolls a
counter
20. You take 5 points of damage as his dagger stabs at your
shit.
back while you're running.
Halved.
Yeah, so you can half
So
that.
3.
And let's see, you reposition. Is that your turn?
Yes, sir.
Lotho, you're up.
okay. Bonus action. Bring this around. Just
Bring it around.
tickle those guys in
No.
the back.
Okay. Let's see here. Couple of saves. Oh, they both fail. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
Five.
5. Okay.
This halfling is
cultist.
putting out some juice.
The cultist dies, but this strange creature is not deterred and continues writhing around despite the fact that it has been burned with flame.
Okay. For my action, I'm gonna go ahead and take a bite out of this guy.
Yeah, go for it.
That would be a 23,
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
and then a strength save to see if he's knocked.
Oh. He passes.
So 6.
6 damage.
Oh wait, 6 plus 3, so 9.
Okay, there we go. This whatever this monstrosity might be, it doesn't seem to respond to pain at all. Even as you dig in and manage to tear a chunk out with your bear form, it still tries to gnaw at you with these horrible, sort of like jagged teeth that it has.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay. You see that the cultist over here, Verth, seeing that you've left, takes his knife and stabs it into his own chest while chanting something and falls to his knees. The candle leaves his hand and falls to the ground. You see that as it lands there, the flame changes from a sort of yellowish orange to some sort of deep red. So he is kneeling over here. And this mutated one over here makes an attack at you. Let's see. Oh, but misses the first one, and then makes a second attack. Right. Does a 20 hit you?
Ooh,
Is he
Wolfo?
attacking?
Yes, Wolfo.
Okay, yeah, it does.
Okay. You take 10 points of damage as it bites into you. And as it does, it leaves like this horrible, sort of like a rending, bleeding, fleshy area there that's been torn apart. And as you attempt to maneuver around on the battlefield, you continue to sort of bleed from this spot. It's like there's something in its saliva that causes you to just like continuously let out all of your blood from the wound.
Okay.
And Aldrin, you're up next.
Is it, so it's ending its turn there?
Yes.
Alright, since it's in the sphere, it's gotta make another dex save.
Oh, yes, let's do that.
So does this guy right here.
Ooh, it rolled a 20. So go
okay.
ahead and roll for half. Let's see what we get.
Double sixes. That'll work. So, 4.
4. Okay. It is still standing, and despite your magical flames, it continues to try to lash at you with these horrible teeth. After that, Aldrin, it's your turn.
Alright, so does this guy have a weapon?
No, it's like, think of
He's
it
a-
as a
Just
set of
a
legs,
monster.
then
Yeah, he's
lead
a
to this
walking
horrible
Venus
mutated
flytrap.
mouth. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm just gonna walk up to him and attack.
Okay, yeah.
10 balls.
10. Okay.
Okay, wait. But I can use my
Precision attack?
precision attack.
Yeah,
There you
yep.
go.
He's doing
Reroll.
it. No, you don't
No,
re-roll
you-
the d20.
no,
you
you
add a
roll it.
d8 to it.
Of course, I got a nat 20. I forgot about it. This is the D8, right?
So it was, yeah.
Don't worry. I think you're still gonna hit, so it's not like a completely wasted 20.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, look
That's
at that.
enough.
6.
Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead and
let's
roll your
go.
damage.
That is this one here. No, it is not. Did I roll the right one? Yeah, I rolled a D8. Okay. Then I roll a D.
Yeah, so you rolled a d8 to add to your d20, and now you're gonna
Yeah.
roll a d8 as your damage.
Okay.
So, oh, okay. There you go.
All right. 5. That's
So
not
you
too bad.
managed to get a good swing in, and your axe leaves a heavy gouge in this creature.
Ah,
but
suck it.
it continues to kind of lash out and instead turns its attention towards you.
All right. Hopefully
your
you
turn?
miss, and I can use my repost. Yeah.
Okay, Verth, you're up.
So is this one now prone?
Yeah, he's kneeled on the ground. The flame of the candle that he's dropped has changed color, and he has currently stabbed his dagger into his own chest while muttering words. You can see blood that like froths up from his mouth and falls to the ground.
I'm sorry,
That's
Lance. I
fucking badass.
ever stopped using you. I'm gonna take out my lance, and I'm gonna go back and attack that guy.
Okay, sure.
From
Yeah,
reach.
go ahead and make an attack with advantage.
You're right between the eyes.
22.
Interesting. Okay. You do manage to land a strike. Go ahead and roll your damage.
D10. I believe is this one.
Aldrin, did you end your turn in my
12.
sphere?
What?
Oh yeah, he did. He'll have to roll deeps. We'll get him to do that in a second here.
Yeah.
So you run over and stab through this man's chest, and as you do, you see something strange. His whole body explodes into gore, not characteristic of what you'd expect, stabbing him with the lance, and his head, like, just pops, revealing, like, no skeleton or anything like that. It's just like a fleshy bag of blood, and so too does the rest of his body. And you see that as it all kind of withers away there, that at the section of where his ribcage would be, there's like one of these horrible mouths that was like forming inside him, but it just kind of falls over dead.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Is that your turn?
I'm gonna use the rest of my movement to. I want to take a peek behind this tapestry,
Oh yeah.
or like use my. Can I use my lance to like push it over just a little bit so I can get a peek without like getting 5 feet within
Oh
it?
sure. Yeah, you see a little bit. It looks like a little hallway.
All right, and then I'll end my turn.
Okay. After that, let's see. Aldrin, let's do your roll first. A dexterity saving throw, please.
Natural 20.
Done. Nat 1. You suck.
Nice.
A nat 1? Oh, goodness.
Yep.
Double
Oh,
ones,
God.
8.
Down
Making
to 10.
making your way over here to attack this strange mutated creature, you do step into the flaming sphere that Lotho has put out, and you take 8 points of damage.
God, I'm down to 10 health, man.
I didn't make you end in the sphere.
You
Next
didn't tell
up-
me about the sphere.
It's right. It's a big ball of fire.
Who put
I
this
don't
here?
see it. I'm
Lotho,
a
you're up.
dwarf. I'm knee high.
All right, I'm gonna curl this around,
Okay.
and even though it's not really working that well, I'm gonna bash it into him again.
Oh, you can't do that while you're in your
Oh, I can't use
wolf
it as a
form.
bonus.
No, because you can't do any magic while you're like that.
Okay.
No. You
Then,
can still
in that
concentrate
case-
on it and like keep it there.
Yeah.
but,
All right then. I'll leave it right where it was. It's still touching him, so.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't. Okay, that's fine. I guess I will bite him, and well, I'm gonna move to where I'm like within 5 feet. I think I probably am, right?
Yeah,
Of
sure. Here, I'll
Aldrin,
move
so
this
that-
body out of the way. There we go.
Yeah. That I get my pack tactics, so I get advantage on pack rolls.
Just because there's somebody else there?
Yeah. I have advantage on within 5 feet of an
For
ally.
sure. Yeah, make that attack with advantage. Let's see what you get.
Let me grab another D. I'll
Oh
take that
my
natural
goodness.
20.
Wow.
Hey.
That's a 25 total to hit.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your damage. Ooh, okay.
Oh, all right. So that's 13.
All right. You make a formidable strike here, and this strange mutated creature is horribly rended by it. And having suffered as much damage as it has, it stumbles back into the flaming sphere and is immolated there before falling over. You are all no longer in combat.
Damn. That was nuts.
Can I move over to the tapestry that the only other one we haven't looked at?
Yes. So looking
So-
at the tapestries here, if you want to go and peer around that one, you certainly can.
Okay, yeah, that's what I want to do. See if there's like a hallway behind that.
Yeah, so this one too has a hallway, and it leans down up to an area where there's a sort of a ramshackle wall almost down there. It's a very sort of jagged little area, and right here it stops. There's a doorway there, and it looks like a door similar to the cellar door, where it's just like a really sort of basic piece of wood, like a plank type door that's been put there.
It's got some smashing to do.
You can see from underneath the door, there's like an inch of space there from which the light of a flickering flame can be seen. There's definitely some sort of light source from beyond the door.
Okay.
Can I see further down my hall too?
Yeah, so peering further down, you can see that this one opens up into a little area, and it looks like a sort of dormitory where there's bedrolls laying all over the ground. You can see what looks like some backpacks as well, and little containers and things like that. It must have been a place where people were perhaps captive or sleeping, something like that.
But there's no indication of someone in there right now.
No, it looks completely empty.
Then I will join Losa.
Okay.
Can I sneak up to this door?
Sure, yeah, go ahead and roll your stealth check for me.
Aldrin's gonna quickly peer down in this hallway to see what's at the end of it, if you don't mind.
Yeah, for sure. This hallway curves off to the side, and you can't see what's at the end of it.
I got a
Ooh.
9 for stealth there.
9, okay. You make your way up, and as you do, you can hear sounds that come from beyond this incredibly thin wooden door. And beyond it, the sounds of clinking glass and metallic objects, things like that, can be heard. There's clearly somebody, if not multiple people, rummaging about inside of the room.
So, Verth, you're right behind me, right?
Yeah, I'm like a little ways down the hall.
Aldrin's gonna start sneaking over that way too.
I make like a little hand gesture. You want me to charge the door?
Right as he's doing that, I want to smash the door.
Rude. Yeah, make a strength check as a wolf there.
Uh, 11.
An 11. Okay. You smash into this door, and it breaks off of the handle there. The door doesn't actually crack itself, but the hinges snap, and it falls straight down, revealing some sort of weird holy room. Over in the corner, there is an altar, a completely sort of like stone slabbed area which has been laid over a wooden table, and there is somebody behind it, and you can see that all throughout this room are all manner of strange writings on the wall that look like they're completely gibberish. They're not letters that you've seen before or anything like that. The man behind here, let's see, let's use this one. There we are. Is clearly the cultist leader and has the same kind of robes that all the people down in the room had, though his look like they have some like gold embroidering here and there, and perhaps more frightening, it looks like coming out of different areas of his robes are extra appendages. You can see another arm that looks like vestigial but perhaps strong enough to grab something, and then another coming out of his shoulder which looks more like a partly formed wing. And he turns over towards you and starts muttering something, and you think that you hear some common in there, but you're not sure. Go ahead and roll for me a straight intelligence check.
13.
13. Okay. The only thing that you hear is Agents of the Deceiver, and the rest of it is just complete gibberish. He has in one hand a staff, and in the other one he holds what looks like a still beating human heart.
God, what the
I-
fuck is wrong with
Sprint in the room, dive over the altar, and attack him.
Sure, okay. So you go and
I'm on his heels.
go straight into it. Let's see here. I don't know if you're going to get that far, however. Yes. Okay. As you're rushing over towards him, you leap up to attack, and go ahead and make your attack.
Okay. That is a 16.
16. Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage. You successfully leapt onto this altar and go in. Are you trying to bite him?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
all I can do as a wolf. I'm a wolf, yeah. So that's 7 damage, and then he's got to make a DC 13 strength.
Let's see what he gets. Oh, that's a 4. Okay.
Knocked prone.
You don't knock him prone. You actually kill him. And as you kind of reach over and stick your teeth into the sort of base of his neck and tear out, portions of flesh and tendons kind of snap off, and his body falls lifelessly to the ground.
Damn.
Can I look around and see if I can hear or smell anything weird in this room? Make like a perception check just to see if that's it.
Oh. Yeah, for sure. Go ahead and make for me an investigation check.
Okay. So the wolf has advantage.
Or you can use perception if you're going for smells and stuff.
Yeah, that's where he's, because I'm still the wolf, so. Alright, so we'll go with that 14.
Okay.
Plus intelligent. Oh, plus. Oh, wait, perception is. Yeah, it's just a 14.
You
Unless
can
it's-
smell something strange in this room. It's like fresh meat for some reason. It smells like you're in the working room of a butcher's. But as you look around, you see nothing of this. There's no meat that hangs from the walls or anything like that. Just shelves that have strange knickknacks on them and things like that. You can see over here by the altar, knocked over, but still atop it, is a small little clay representation of this heart-like symbol, which you have seen before.
I guess I'll revert back to Lotho.
Okay, you change back to Lotho. Are you still standing on the altar?
Yeah.
Okay. At this point, I'd like to ask everybody, what have we for time today?
Couple more hours.
I've got until about...
Give me hours, not time.
Couple dozen
honestly,
hours.
right now it's like a couple dozen.
Okay.
I've got like 2 more hours.
Like
2.
10:19 right now, so yeah, about an hour.
1
2
hour?
hours.
Okay.
2 hours.
Alright. So you transform and you're standing atop this table, Lotho. What do you want to do? What do you guys want to do? You would have seen from down the hallway as he leapt forward and triumphantly struck down this man.
I'll look over to Aldrin and I'll say, you help him investigate there. I'm gonna look down the rest of the path over there, and I'm gonna dash off down the
You've
hallway
got
that
it,
Aldrin
buddy.
was at.
Okay.
I'll hop off the altar now.
Interesting.
Aldrin will enter the room.
Alright. You find at the end of this hallway, Verth, what looks like a small little sacrificial altar tucked away into a very sort of malformed tunnel. And here you can see it's similar to the other scene that you had already come upon, where there's somebody horridly mutilated. However, you find only the sort of remnants of that in the refuse. Like whatever was laying here must have gotten up and wandered off or been moved.
We gotta destroy that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just start hacking away at it with
Okay.
the axe.
Sure. Yeah, you start smashing the altar, and you break little candle holders and things like that. What looks like small rosaries and things of that nature. You just start destroying. Let's see here. Go ahead and make for me a wisdom saving throw.
That's just 12.
Just a 12. Okay. You go over here and start to smash apart this altar, and while you do, you start to hear a voice in the back of your head. And the voice speaks something nonsensical. And it's almost like the words invoke some sort of a hate and simultaneously a fear in you. And you actually stop what you're doing and just kind of fall to your knees over here in the room, unable to do anything.
All right, it's not too bad.
Meanwhile, in the other room, what are you guys up to?
And I look around and see if there's anything interesting or of value in here.
Sure.
Or
okay.
trying something else
Yeah.
kind of interesting.
All right. How about both of you roll some perception for me?
Alright, you got it.
10.
Nice! 21.
10 and a 21. Okay.
Aldrin's on point with the
Aldrin's
perceptions.
doing pretty good here. I don't know why this dwarf sees so much. Lotho, as you wander around, you don't find a whole lot in the room. You start to kind of open a cupboard over here and examine a shelf over here, and you're not finding anything that looks useful. But Aldrin, you managed to turn up something. It appears that there is a small little pouch of gold over by the desk. And this desk is kind of in the back corner over here. And as you're taking it, you notice something else, that the body of this leader over here twitches. And you see what looks like some sort of wing-like limb that comes out of his shoulder start to change, and the feathers of it start to kind of fall off, and it starts to almost like grow a little bit, twitching there. But he's definitely like still dead, laying on the ground.
I'm gonna take my axe and I'm gonna hack off that wing
Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and
just to see what happens.
yeah, make just a regular attack roll.
Alright.
Okay, yeah, you're on
Yes,
point.
finally.
So you swing down and cut off this wing, and as you do, you see that the whole thing kind of just like falls over onto the ground, and the body goes limp and stops kind of jittering about.
Had to make sure it was dead.
I want to hop up onto the altar one more.
Okay.
Getting
And then
up
I'm
on
gonna
it.
be like, then I want to say, Aldrin, back off a little bit.
Alright.
I'm gonna try something a little weird.
Yep.
Okay.
You said that this altar was made of stone, right?
Yes, it's a wooden table, but has a stone slab that's been put on top of it.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna try it anyways. I'm gonna use Earth Tremor.
Huh. Earth tremor.
I cause a tremor in the ground in a 10-foot radius. And then normally people would make a dex save, but there's no one here. I just want to see if it'll kind of crack it a little bit. Otherwise, I'll do something.
Oh, so your intention is to break the stone.
Yeah, I want to kind of smash this altar.
Okay. Go ahead and roll just a d20 and add like a d6 to it. So that's a 16. Alright.
Yep.
You let this out, and the stone table here, it cracks and breaks. And the moment that it does, you see this leader's head turn over. And it's not like his body turns, but the head just turns, making like a 180, like an owl's neck, just, suddenly turning around. And he just stares at you. And you see one hand kind of like reaches out and starts to push himself back off of the ground as he starts coming towards you. Please roll initiative. Hmm,
20.
not fantastic. Let's see.
I want to punch myself in the face to snap out of it.
Did you roll your initiative there?
Me?
Oh,
Yeah, I got 20.
Yeah,
Should I roll?
Yeah, go ahead and roll yours as well, Verth. Who knows?
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
Okay, well. That's unfortunate.
I'm
Aldrin,
busy.
What did you get?
My apologies.
Aldrin smoking crack as per usual.
Yeah. This is perception.
No, this is initiative.
Sorry.
Initiative.
Initiative.
Sorry, yeah.
-2. 11.
Okay. Lotho, you're first here.
I want to throw an ice knife right in his face.
Oh, okay. Spell slots for days. Go ahead and roll your attack.
I got one more left. That's an 11.
Oh, it misses and hits the ground nearby. And as far as saves go, passes.
Okay. I've got one more level 1, by the way. Actually, no, that's the last of them.
Okay, how much
so-
damage is that?
So 5 damage actually.
5. There we go. Okay. Aldrin, you're up next. You can see behind this table this dead corpse starting to writhe and get up, and it's staring directly at Lotho, who's standing atop this table.
Aldrin's gonna get up. Just in range. Holy shit. Nope, don't want to pick up that guy. And I'm going to make an attack on him.
Okay.
See? 15.
15. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Awesome. Ooh, nice. 11.
11. Okay. Yeah, you get a pretty good strike as you swing there. You cut off what looks like one of these strange limbs that shouldn't be there, but he still continues to move.
Did you already use your action surge, by the way?
Yeah, you can attack again.
Alright, yeah, I'll use my Accenture Surge.
Okay.
This. Ooh, nice.
Yep, there we go.
21.
Yep, go ahead and roll. Let's see what you get for damage. Okay.
5.
Still alive. Is that your turn?
Damn this fucker. Okay, yeah, that's my turn.
The creature gets up and comes towards you, leaving the staff on the ground. It extends a hand out and goes to reach and grab your face, Lotho. And... Oh, does a
Wants you.
14 hit?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Let's see here. You take 13 points of psychic damage as it grabs a hold of your face, and you can feel it's like his fingers are extending almost as they wrap around your head, and you are partially grappled by him.
Okay.
Next up, I need you to go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw there, Verth.
Please. That's not great.
Oh.
That's a 7.
Okay, over here in the corner, you fall into one knee as you're trying to stave off this horrible feeling, and it just gets worse, and you continue to descend into madness as you fall into the fetal position over here. You can see it's almost like up ahead of you, the destroyed altar that you've mangled has contorted itself into like a grinning face that looks at you mockingly as you just kind of like fall to the ground, beads of sweat falling down your brow.
Can I try to punch myself in the face to try to like, I don't know, stop thinking about it? Does that make sense?
That definitely would have been your wisdom saving throw to power through
Okay.
it. Let's see, Lotho, you're up.
Alright. Bonus action to go bear form, I guess.
Okay.
Way all the way. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Holy shit. And then I'm going to multi-attack it. Which is bite and then claws. So So the left will be bite and the right will be claws.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
So a 6 plus 5, so that's an 11 to hit with the bite, and 19 to hit with the claws.
Yeah, the claws hit.
Okay, so the claws is another. So that's 12.
12. 8 plus 4. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, 8 plus 4.
With this swing, you manage to actually tear pretty deep into this corpse, and like you can feel as ribs break from under your heavy swing. It staggers back towards Aldrin a little bit and actually kind of bumps into him, and it looks like it's close to falling apart. Aldrin, it's your turn.
Aldrin, pissed off because it hit him, or touched him, he's gonna attack it.
Okay.
14, 15, 18.
18. Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
Fuck yeah. 9.
9. Okay. You swing out and decapitate this man, and the whole body kind of falls down to the ground. Congratulations, you're no longer in combat.
Alright, Aldrin is gonna take his axe and chop that thing to fucking bits.
Okay. Yeah, it wriggles whenever you hit it again until eventually you get to a point where this now reduced to 12 different pieces has stopped moving.
Alright, Lotho, I think it may be dead. Or do you want me to hit it a couple more times? Or
I'll
what do you
take a
think?
few swipes at it with my bear claws.
Okay, yeah, you guys just huddle together, smashing. A wisdom saving throw, Verth.
After a bit, I'm gonna turn back.
Can I rage?
No. If you break out of this, you can possibly rage.
Come on.
No! That one.
Things go dark and you pass out.
Alright, Aldrin's gonna make his way towards Earth, the last known location.
Okay. Yeah,
Which
having
is
been
bad.
quiet for some time, you search around for your friend, and at the back of this hallway, you see what looks like a completely destroyed altar, and there's like blood and gore all around it, and Verth is laying down on the ground, and he looks like he's completely unconscious. But it looks like he's dreaming something horrible, and you can see that his eyes, kind of dart behind their eyelids back and forth.
Alright, Aldrin's gonna walk up to Verth, bop him on the nose, and say, "Wake up, buddy."
Okay.
Or try and wake him up.
As you do, Verth, you indeed do wake up. However, you're not the same.
Uh-oh.
I have to make a roll for you.
I figured the bop on the nose may help, but
Okay. Verth, when you come back to reality, you can see Aldrin here, waking you, and it's a welcome sight from the sort of horrible madness and nightmares you'd been put through of all these sort of strange voices calling into your head. However, you feel angry, not at Aldrin, but there's an uncontrollable anger that lurks somewhere deep in your mind that you can't kind of put away. Table talk. Whenever you rage in combat, from now on until this madness is cured, you'll be unable to stop attacking enemies. And you will be unable to take any action that isn't just attacking and destroying people that are hostile to you
Nice.
until you have this madness cured.
hey buddy, you alright?
Put him back to sleep.
I'm gonna move back into the other chamber, to the
Sure.
big chamber, and I want to start searching the bodies. Find
Oh,
anything.
okay.
That was
I'm gonna look at
not-
my hands and still I'm gonna punch myself in the face.
Okay. You strike yourself in the face, and it kind of subdues your thoughts for a brief moment, but when you come back to it, you're yourself, but there's still this strange underlying sense of anger that you can feel deep within that doesn't go away.
I look up at Aldrin and I say, I want to get out of here. Ugh.
I'm going to take my little keg there of ale, or my buddy here a glass, and hand it over to him.
Oh, okay. So you go over and hand a glass to him. Do you want to drink it, Verth?
I down it.
Okay. You begin to drink in the hallway here. Meanwhile, Lotho, over in the other room, you do manage to find some stuff. The daggers here are usable, though not really saleable, and so you could collect 10 of those if you want. However, as far as perhaps more useful things go, you do manage to find some coin, and it looks like there's roughly about 13 gold in total from all these people.
Okay. That about it?
Mm-hmm.
Before I left the other room, I'm assuming that little clay heart thing was smashed when I smashed the altar,
Yes.
right? Like, there's no way it survived. Okay. Can I see if I can find anything to... I bet Theo would probably know that we succeeded, but just in case, maybe, like, something to prove that we finished the job.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, by the way, how much gold did I find in that pouch?
Oh, I thought I told you already.
I don't know. You just said you found a pouch of gold.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, you find 20 gold pieces in there.
Damn. Nice.
I'll divvy up the gold that I find, too. I'll give 4 to each
Yeah,
of them.
I'll do the same.
Okay. You could take whatever memento you want to try and convince Theo that the job is done. I mean, that I leave that up to you, whatever kind of proof you want to bring with you.
I'll take a pinky from each person.
Sure, okay. Yeah, you collect 11 of them.
Alright. And then... yeah, I'll kind of... group up with these guys and be like, you guys ready to go?
Can we check out the sleeping area?
Sure.
Scour it, make sure it's nothing.
God,
Earth
20 gold is hard to separate.
Yes, that's a pretty decent one. As you go over there and start searching about in the room, you find it's mostly clothing and run-of-the-mill items. You see a little tinderbox over here, some cutlery. However, you do manage to find something of interest. There is a tome here, and on the front of the tome, you can see the familiar symbol.
The heart symbol, you said?
Yes, the symbol of Mursan is over on the top of the cover.
Not knowing why, I'm just gonna pocket it.
Sure, okay. Yeah, you take that book, and you can add a small book of Mursan into your inventory.
By the way, Firth and Lotho, you both get 7 gold from me, and then I'll take the 6. Dividing the 20 up evenly.
Okay, so you guys divvy some more of the gold.
The last thing I want to do before we finally leave is just burn my last 2nd level spell to cast another Flaming Spear and just kind of wreck this place.
Oh, just drag it about.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially in, like, the room where, like, the main altar room.
Yeah. One part cleansing, perhaps, and another part covering your tracks. You just burn everything. And leave just an immolated room, one after the other, and slowly and methodically kind of cleanse the whole area.
Does the man in the center seem like a civilian? The guy that was tied up?
It's
kind of mutilated.
There's no clothing for you to identify what kind of standing. It was definitely a human male, and it was horribly mutilated, so there's really no way to tell. You could try.
I'll take him down and just kind of quickly dig a little hole. Not I don't know, just cover his body.
Okay, yeah, you kind of put some dirt over him and kind of pay what respects you can. At this point, having burned the whole place, you would probably have to be like back here. There we go. What do you want to do?
Do we head back to the inn?
Yeah, I could stand to get a rest because having 10 health is not my favorite thing.
Let me take a peek outside before we do anything and make there's nobody around.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to see if there's anybody, like especially any guards or somebody.
All right.
Yeah.
You step outside, and it seems like there's nobody about, and it's much like when you first entered, where there's just nobody who really wanders these parts of the streets.
All right, guys, let's go.
Okay.
All right.
Off we go.
You all manage to just barely leave behind this one warehouse before, in the blink of an eye, you're all just surrounded in snow. You're in the same town that you were in before, but the weather is completely different, and snow blows all around you, and 3 feet of it covers everything. Otho and Aldrin, it's difficult for you to see atop it, and your heads kind of barely poke over the snow cover. It suddenly is freezing.
I'll pick them both up.
Thanks.
Dredge through the snow.
Okay.
Thank you.
Picking them up, you wander back and you start kind of drudging your way through the snow to get back to the inn. And along the way, you start to become rather cold. Do you get your cold resistance immediately? Or do you get that as you level, Verth?
I already have it.
You already have it. Perfect. So as you walk through, you can see people who are quite bundled up, but you, just in your armor, are more than capable of kind of sustaining through this weather. Though Lotho and Aldrin, you're feeling quite chilly. And it's sort of thanks to being held by Verth there and being carted off to the tavern that when you guys finally get in, you're feeling much better. It seems like it's maybe midday. Oh, I cut out for a sec.
Did you?
You're
There we
still
go.
there.
Okay.
Yeah, you're still good.
When you make it into the inn, you can see that there's a good number of people here. There's roughly about half the house full right now. And people sit and eat and drink. And as you guys come in, you're clearly the group of kind of oddballs and adventurers tonight, and most of these folk are just commoner. They're all kind of sitting there with their winter coats off and whatnot, enjoying some food and drink. What do you guys want to do?
I am going to buy Verth a large tankard of ale and some food to see if that makes him feel better.
Is he obviously a little whacked?
Oh, interesting. Yeah,
Well,
go
I mean,
ahead
I
and roll
saw
insight,
him.
both of you.
And I saw him having a rough dream, so. Do 10 plus 14.
14?
9.
Yep.
For Lotho.
Okay. Aldrin,
Well,
you
if
think
it's not-
something's up. You've been traveling with Verth for a few days now, and you kind of get used to how he is, and it seems like either there's something on his mind or he's bothered by something.
Hey, Verth, are you alright, buddy?
Tired.
I don't blame you there, buddy. Don't blame you there. Well, here's a full meal for you.
Okay.
If you're hungry.
Yeah,
and
any
thirsty.
food or drink that you want to buy will cost 2 silver, so you can subtract that if you guys wish to get your day's meal here.
They
Alright.
have mulled wine.
Mulled wine.
Yeah.
I am
Oh.
at 0.
It's like
silver.
hot spiced wine.
Yeah, no, I know what it is.
Okay, cool.
These guys might have it. Who knows? Let's see.
And stew. That's what I want.
Damn, getting specific.
They have
That was
wine
it.
and stew, but no mulled wine. You'll have to
Okay.
do that on your own, it seems.
Do they have any hot beverages?
Oh, it seems like they're serving hot cider here.
Alright, that works. And then
Ooh.
can they throw some whiskey or
There's none of that, unfortunately.
son of a bitch. Alright, then I'll just take their I'll just take that and.
Sure. Yeah, the
anything
barkeep
else they
just
have.
kind of takes your requests one after the other, like, nope.
Can I just?
Nope.
I want to ask what day it is.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Go to ask him what day it is. He tells you. It's the 27th of winter. Why?
Just curious. Been on the road for a while.
Yeah. Well, if you need a room or anything, we've got warm beds here. Just let me know.
Is this the same tavern we were at before?
It is, yeah.
Oh, what was
Alright.
the guy's name? The dude that
Theo?
gave me a shower.
You don't want to shower today.
No, I don't, because I'm already clean.
I might know
Wow.
that actually.
It would be the same guy. Like, this is him. You just don't know what his name is because you didn't, kind of remember it, I suppose.
I don't even think he gave it to us.
No, you didn't ask what his name. I just kind of
know-
want to hang out and wait for Theo.
Did we even complete his thing? Because, I mean, there was that one dude that ran away.
See,
Bring Theo into this.
Okay.
Bring that tough son of a bitch out.
You're all seated here, but Theo doesn't seem to show up.
Alright, guys, I think Theo has given up on us.
I think I've given up on us.
Nah. You're a part of us. You can't give up on us.
well, he said hang out. Maybe we just stay here for like a day or two, anyways, and see if anything happens. If not, maybe we keep an eye on that warehouse. See if anybody pops in. That one guy you saw run away.
Yeah. Well, if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna see if I can find a blacksmith.
Yeah, I want to see if I can find stuff.
Because I've got a couple short swords and daggers that need to be smithed down into a ingot, then possibly forged to my armor.
Okay.
See
So
if I
you're
can
gonna
make it
go
better.
wandering through the town, and let's see here. Okay. Are you going
Yeah,
with him,
I'm
Lotha?
I want to go to just like a regular merchant.
Oh, just the general store?
Yeah,
Sure.
but
Yeah.
I was gonna ask Verth if he could help me out. I'm only a couple feet tall.
Yeah, I'll pick him up and
Thanks.
take him through the snow.
Okay. So you guys go.
All you see is Aldrin like hopping along through the snow.
Yeah, he's already part way down there, just kind of trying to like shuffle his way through it. And
March through the snow.
we'll do your bit there first, Aldrin. You do manage to find a blacksmith with relative ease. There's a place here that you're able to kind of slip into, and it feels nice getting off of the street. It's very warm in here.
Hello.
Let's see.
May I get your name?
Name's Hall.
Hello, Hall. I was wondering, I have my own tools, but would you care if I used your forge there?
You want to
Oh,
use
oh.
my forge?
Yes, I'll pay you gold in return.
You could see to that. But
Alright.
know that I'm going to be keeping an eye on you.
I trust that you will.
Yeah, he extends his hand, waiting for the gold piece.
I will hand him the gold piece.
Sure, okay. He takes this gold piece from you and goes back to reading something over at his desk, and he occasionally kind of peers over as you start to work at the forge. And you're gonna just melt stuff down into a bar.
Yeah. I'm gonna melt down the 3 short swords and the 10 daggers into a couple, or whatever, how much it ever comes out to. A couple iron ingots, maybe.
Okay, so how much
ingots.
stuff total are you melting here?
13.
13 what?
3 short swords and 10 daggers.
Okay. You get a total of 3 iron ingots that you can add to your inventory there. Go ahead and make for me a roll with your blacksmithing tools. So just do strength plus the tool proficiency.
Alright.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That makes it a 20, and then... Where's the tool proficiency? That's
It's probably just another +2, unless you have something special.
Already at 20, so.
Okay. So
Well, I know that it's already dwarvish. They have smithing, so.
you don't cause any damage to the blacksmith.
Thank
and,
God.
You leave the forge in good condition, and you also finish your items in record time. And it doesn't take you long to fire up the whole place and get everything melted down. And at that, we'll kind of cut over. You guys managed to find what looks like a little basic general store. There's a little sign outside that just says general store, and if you step inside, you can see what looks like a pretty well-stocked area. There's all sorts of little bits of adventuring gear and cooking equipment and things like that all over the place. And there appears to be a woman over behind the counter. It looks like she might be in like her mid-20s, something like that. She kind of gives you a wave and then goes back to her book. She seems to be quite absorbed by it.
I am looking for winter cloaks. Like a heavy coat or something like that to keep me warm.
Ah. Okay. Looking around, you find that there is a good deal of clothing, and winter coats seem to be easily on display there, perhaps given the situation outside.
Is there any sort of price tag on them?
Yeah, it looks like this winter coat would be about 4 gold.
Okay, is there one that's Birth, you're pretty good in the cold, right?
I'd like to think so.
Okay. Then is there one that's about dwarf size, half elf size, and then one that's like my size?
You're in luck. There's a good selection of ones made for half folk.
Okay. Can I get one for each of the party members that aren't? For Carrick, myself, and Aldrin.
Oh, sure. Yeah, so that'll be 12 gold total.
Okay.
Okay, so you pick all those up, and you can see the woman at the counter. She doesn't say anything to you. Like when you come over and bring the items, she just looks at them and then just kind of like extends a hand. You place the 12 gold, she takes it, and she just kind of gives you a nod and then goes directly back to her book.
I guess that's all I need to do. You need anything, Birth?
I'll just look over the counter and ask what she's reading.
She shows you the cover, and on the cover you can see it says a treatise on winter travel.
Do you like the winter?
She just kind of raises an eyebrow at you for a moment.
I'm not trying to be weird. It's an honest question.
She looks back to her book.
Ah, never mind.
I'm gonna put my coat on.
Okay. Yeah, it fits pretty well.
I'll stuff
Are-
the other two into my backpack.
Are there any just big blankets?
Oh, yeah, you can see some blankets rolled up in the corner.
If there's any really, really big ones, I'll grab one. So if in the event of getting cold, I'll just use one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you find an immense winter blanket over there, and it looks like this sells for 5 gold pieces.
I'll buy it.
Okay. You buy that. The woman across the counter takes your coin and, kind of throws it into the register.
Good if you are.
I guess that's all I need.
You want to check out that warehouse one last time? See if anything's going on there. Starting to get the idea that we didn't quite finish the job.
Maybe meet back up with Aldrin before
Yeah,
we do
I
that.
thought- Yeah. All right, let's go. What do
Okay.
you want to do? Go back to the inn?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be over there in a little bit. I just have to do one more last quick thing.
Sure. Okay, so you two head back to the inn. How about you, Aldrin? What are you up to?
Alright, so Aldrin's still kind of using the forge. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the blacksmith how he would attempt to mold the ingots into my armor to make it stronger.
Right, so you have a chain shirt, right?
Yep.
He steps over, and you see Hall gives these ingots a look, and then he looks at you and he says, "Well, it try to fashion some plates, maybe put together some splint mail, but I think you're gonna need more than just this. You're gonna need other supplies too.
What other supplies would I need?
Some connecting rings, that sort of thing.
Okay. Do you sell any of those, or
Yeah, I've got them.
how much for them?
So here's the interesting thing. You have a chainmail shirt, and to turn that into splint, using both the ingots that you have and also supplies bought here, you would have to spend roughly about, let's see, roughly about 75 gold.
Alright, fuck that. I've only got 25 remaining.
Okay.
And I dropped my phone. Ugh.
Alright.
Alright.
Are you gonna head back to the inn?
I am indeed gonna head back to the inn. I'm gonna thank Hall very much for his services.
Yeah, he gives you a handshake as you head out.
Thank you very much. I hope to meet again, and
Sure.
I will see you around. Thank you very much again.
If you're ever in town, you can borrow my smithy.
Thank you very much. I look forward to it.
And you disappear behind the door and head into the snowy streets until eventually making it back to the inn, and all of you meet up here at your table once again.
Woo! Did anybody realize that's the first time Aldrin didn't piss somebody off?
No.
I guess that is like a landmark achievement, isn't it?
Dude, that's totally an achievement right there.
Nice.
You didn't piss somebody off. That's amazing. Alright, back at the tavern.
Okay. Yeah, you pull back into the tavern here, and all of you sit down at a table. You can see some familiar faces, some patrons that have been sitting here for some time and continue to eat and chat. And as you get back there, you can see that Lotho has a rather nice coat that he wears.
Oh, nice coat.
Thanks.
There, Lotho.
Thanks.
Yeah. Where'd you get that? That looks pretty nice.
It is
Warm.
pretty nice. It's nice and warm. I got it at the general store.
It
They're
looks
not that
it.
expensive. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How
maybe
much was
check-
it?
I don't remember. I'll just I'll toss him the one I bought for him.
Sure, okay.
And Aldrin will say, "I love you so much." Not
I'm
in a
gonna
good-
squint my eyes and scoot away just a little bit.
Alright.
And Aldrin's gonna say, "I didn't mean it in that way, but I mean, if you're interested in that way, I am not."
I'm gonna scoot back a little further.
You're just making it worse.
Aldrin is not interested. He's just gonna look at Firth and say, "How's it going,
I'm
friend?"
gonna roll my eyes and bust out laughing and then come back.
Okay. I don't know, how are you doing, Verth?
How are you feeling, buddy?
Imagining how tight of a fit one of those coats would be. I'm a simple man.
Earth, did you want a coat?
Nah.
Would have been nice.
Asked if you need.
All I can think of is Chris Farley and Tommy
Fat
Boy.
guy
Fat
in
guy
a
in
little
little coat.
Um,
Uh,
in kind of hushed tones, I want to be like, maybe we should see if we can get Theo to bring Theo about. Said he's always listening, so.
Aldrin's gonna say, "I call upon thee, Theo." But like in an indoor voice, not like a super loud one, because people will think he's fucking crazy.
Too
And he
late.
Kind of is, but.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, well that's jinxed. Okay, well that's a 5. Nothing happens, and as you call out for Theo, you get nothing but a couple of unfortunate and concerned looks from a table nearby, which then quickly goes back to eating.
Well, I'll take that as a sign that our job's not quite done.
Hey, where's Carrick?
It's a great
Good
Good
question.
question. I haven't seen that bastard.
Last I
The hell
saw, he
did
was
the-
sprinting off to the bathroom. Probably check on him.
Is he still in there, you think?
We'll ask
By
the
the way, guys,
bartender.
it's been 26
still-
days since we were last here.
Yeah.
So the
Jesus.
bartender, he's standing there, and you mention your friend, and he goes, "Oh yeah, the guy with the red armor and everything."
Yeah, really
Yeah, the
ostentatious.
not so sneaky spy
The what?
or rogue. He's a
Don't pay attention.
The
to him,
less
he's
than
a-
intelligent one.
yeah,
Oh,
that guy.
well, he didn't really say much. Kind of felt bad for him, and just kind of gave him a room. He's been in there just sick ever since.
Wow. Well, I'll give you a piece of gold to bring him some food if you wouldn't mind.
Sure. Thanks for kind of picking up some of his tab.
Oh, he hasn't paid you, has he?
He says,
sick the whole time.
"No, not yet."
How much does he owe you?
Oh, not too much. 3 pieces of gold. Well, here's the first, I guess.
I'll put down 3 pieces.
Okay. Yeah, he takes the rest of the gold and he says, "Thanks."
I'll put down another one and say thank you for the shower the other day.
Yeah, he cocks his head for a second and goes, "Oh right, that was you, wasn't it?"
Yeah, let's not dwell on the past, though. Let's look forward to the future of our good friendship, maybe.
You're a lot
sorry
more
for,
civil than I remember.
Yeah, I was not having a good day that day.
Well, we all have those days, I guess. If you ever need a bucket
Oh.
of cold water, let me know.
Sure will. Thank you very much. By the way, what I didn't catch your name last time.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, he gives you his name, and I've got it right here for some reason. Cannot find it. There we go. He says, "My name is Vitron."
Well, pleased to meet you, Vitron. Thank you for watching over our friend there and giving him a room.
There you go. He kind of gives you like a nod as he seems to take this good deed that he's done dutifully, and just kind of goes back to cleaning up the area.
Awesome. Now I just need to figure out how to buy a camel or a donkey.
You're getting that stuff out of the thing.
What's up?
You're gonna get this stuff.
Oh yeah, I forgot I get a camel out of this. Woohoo!
Anyways,
I'm so happy.
what time is it now? Is it close to night?
It's tough to tell because of the overcast skies and the snow that falls
Yeah.
everywhere, but if you had to guess, probably somewhere around midday.
You know what, guys? Honestly, I'm kind of bushed. You wanna take a rest here?
I could go for a rest.
See what we might need to do.
Okay.
Deal.
So you guys are
Okay.
gonna buy rooms for the evening?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. The barkeep doesn't charge you, and when you mention
Awesome.
needing rooms, having overpaid so much for Carrick, he just kind of smiles and hands you your own room keys.
Thank you very much, Vitron.
Yeah, no problem. And are you guys gonna do anything?
Aldrin's gonna go right to sleep.
Okay.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna take the book out and place it like at a desk if I have one.
Yeah, you have a little nightstand.
I'm not gonna open it. I'm just gonna stare at it for a little bit. Try to think over why I'm so mad.
Interesting. As you stare at the book and look at these lines that crisscross over this heart, it's almost like you can feel the voices coming back ever so faintly in the back of your mind.
And I'll punch myself in the face. I'll put the book away, and I'm going to sleep.
That seems to make it go away, and you're able to fall asleep. How about you, Lotho? Are you doing anything before you go to bed?
I just wanted to kind of pull Aldrin aside real quick and be like, "Hey, you've noticed something weird going on with Verth, haven't you?"
Yeah, he's acting a little strange there.
Like
I think
after
he
he
may have been back from the
After
warehouse there.
yeah,
After the
he-
warehouse battle.
we came out of that weird room. Well, I'm gonna try something in the see if we can help him out a little.
Well, if he sees a feather during the night, tell him not to touch it.
Okay.
Because I've had bad experiences with feathers coming into my dreams and then a dagger, waking up with a dagger in my hands. So,
Okay.
Good
If I
God.
see him, I'll let him know.
Okay. So are you gonna go and talk to Verth here before he goes to bed? Or are you gonna do it tomorrow?
I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I can't really do what I want to do.
Gotcha. Okay. Everybody gets a long rest, and you all wake up feeling much better the next day. This strange feeling that sits in the back of your mind still remains, Verth, and it seems that a night of rest was not enough to cure it.
Alright, I want to go up to Verth.
Okay.
put him down to the ground and tell him.
Raise an eyebrow. What's up?
I'm gonna reach out a hand and be like, hey, how you doing, buddy? And pat him on, I guess, the knee, because that's like... And cast Lesser Restoration on him.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, let me read that real quick. Oh, okay. So this condition isn't really covered under this, but I'll allow you to do an Arcana check to try and help him with whatever it is that's bothering him.
Okay.
Best spell over his forehead.
Casey wants to know why you're not
I
dead yet.
knew it.
Alright.
I knew it
Roll
was gonna
that.
happen.
What happened?
Okay,
Did you
I'm
roll
a
a 1?
halfling. I did.
Oh,
You rolled a double 1? Oh my fuck.
At least it wasn't a death save.
Wow.
So, yeah, nothing happens, I'm gonna say.
Okay. Yeah, you feel some sort of like a surge of healing energy that runs through you, Verth, and it feels nice. That feeling, however, of this strange gnawing in the back of your mind is still there. Also, Lotho, get good. Something rolling ones.
What?
is that what somebody said in the stream?
Yeah, no, I like to read chat on occasion.
Oh, you just see that I put carrots or carrot can suck it.
Well, that's one.
So you're all awake
Okay.
here, I assume, in Verth's room. What do you guys want to do?
Slightly puzzled at what Lotha just did, I'll just pick him up, sit him on the bed, pat him on the head, and I'll sit in a chair and I'll be like, so, what the hell are we doing?
Yes. I mean, I don't think we're done with our task here, so.
Yeah.
I think we gotta find at least that last guy who ran away.
Hmm.
I got
Are
a
we-
bit.
Are we
Go ahead.
sure he didn't just run into the place and we killed him? I mean, there's a possibility. There could be another, but...
You know,
If we go by
Go ahead.
that logic, there can always be another.
like another cell of these people? Or are you saying that he like ran in afterwards?
He could have run in.
You want me
And
to
then-
try and summon Theo again?
Yeah, try it anyways. I mean, he helped us
Alright.
out last time.
Theo, I call upon thee.
Okay. You call out to Theo while you're seated here in your little room, and nothing happens.
Alright, guys, I think he's ignoring my messages.
Well, we should go at least check out the warehouse.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys leave, and it's the next day, and though much snow can be found around, there's about 2 feet of it, it doesn't currently fall, and it seems like the main streets have been cleared out to some degree, so you're able to move around a little bit more easily. And as you make your way over towards the warehouse district, you find yourself soon within the familiar bounds of these abandoned storage rooms. What do you wish to do?
Any tracks in the snow near where we came out?
Tracks in the snow. Looking over at the area where you had all entered, you can see some alterations. Yes, your tracks are still there, covered in a light layer of snow. However, the whole cellar door here has been boarded up, and you can see that many 2x4s with heavy nails have been put into place. There's no way to enter this unless you're going to start crowbarring your way in.
What do you guys
Huh.
think?
Clearly, no one's come in or out.
Are there
Boarded up.
any animals about? Any like birds or anything close by?
Oh, interesting. Yeah, make a perception check for me, Lotho.
Third one. Perception. So, 13.
Looking around, at first you think that you see nothing until there's a little flutter over by a nearby warehouse, and just within the sort of tuck of where its roof comes over, it appears that there's a bird that nests up in there.
I want to move over towards it and cast Speak with Animals on.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And then I want to ask if it's seen anybody around that cellar area.
The bird looks over at you and says, "Yep, people."
How long? How many? You have any idea?
Lots of people.
How long ago?
Days? Do you have any food?
Yeah, I'll pull out a ration, break it up into bits, and give it to it.
The bird takes a couple of hops in your direction and then kind of like leaps over and grabs what bit of ration it can carry in its beak and then quickly flutters up to the nest again.
There hasn't been anything here in a little while then.
Mm-mm.
See which way it went, where they went? Probably all over the place.
The bird nods and then starts eating.
Has the same guy ever come back? The same person?
Yeah?
Know how often? Has it been more than twice?
Every day?
Every day?
Every day.
Alright. Has he come by today?
No, not yet.
Okay. You know roughly what time? This will be my last question for you. Know about what time of the day he comes? Soonish, maybe? A
Afternoon.
little later on? Afternoon? Okay. Thanks.
Okay. The
Know
bird
that.
kind of gives you a chirp and then starts to eat the rations. You can see it's nestled in with what looks like perhaps like an egg or two in the nest, and you kind of head back to your group.
While he's talking to the bird, I'm gonna whisper over to Aldrin. Is he losing his mind? I thought I was losing my mind, but
That's perfect.
He sometimes does this.
I have never done this.
first I had a lot of questions about Carrick, and now I am beginning to have a whole lot more about Lotho.
I actually have never seen him do this, but I honestly don't know what's happening.
I'm gonna come back
Is
totally
he talking
serious.
to
You guys are
birds?
fucking weird.
Okay. Yeah, you come back
Don't
to
worry,
your
at
group
least you
there,
still have
Lotho.
me as a buddy.
Guys, I got
Nose
some
popping
information
buddy.
here. The same guy keeps coming back to this place every day. He usually comes back in the afternoon, and he has not been.
Are you alright?
I'm fine. Why?
I mean, were you just talking to yourself, or?
No, I was talking to the bird.
All
I-
There's
right.
more- How do you think I got this information?
How do you talk to a bird?
I cast a spell on myself.
Okay.
You know how that? You know I like turn into animals and stuff. I can talk to them too sometimes. That's not important right now. I don't know why you're. This shouldn't be news to you. Anyways, yeah, I think we should stake this place out and see if we can find this guy.
All right.
I assume Verth is really eyeing me.
I would guess. Are you, Verth?
I'm trying to hide it, but I'm not very subtle.
Okay. Yes.
No,
Yeah. he's
I want to
eyeing
be. I want to be totally oblivious to it.
you. Okay. All right.
Like this is totally normal for me, so it should be normal for everybody.
Okay. So you guys are gonna seat yourselves a little ways away so you can watch this warehouse.
You guys kind of cover our tracks a little bit, or are the streets pretty cleared out?
Over here, they're not very cleared out
I
at
don't
all,
think so.
and it's very obvious that people have wandered through here and left trails.
We'll perch up in like a little spot, and our foot tracks coming up to where we're hidden. I'll use my breath attack to like ice over where we walked to like
Oh,
disturb
interesting.
the grounds to make
Okay.
it look like.
Yeah, you can
Oh.
do that. You can kind of make it look as though what was settled here was normal and by weather instead of a bunch of feet. And as you guys kind of huddle over there, you do eventually see a humanoid figure come by after about 10-20 minutes. Perhaps not what you're expecting, but the guardsman from many days ago wanders over here smoking and kind of looks around and just kind of stands his post.
How long were we waiting?
You've been waiting here for like 20 minutes.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think that's probably our guy. Well, the guy who comes here all the time. I can ask the bird again.
Oh,
I'm gonna walk away and ask the bird.
Okay, how long does your spell
Cast-
last?
It only lasts 10 minutes, so I have to cast it again.
Okay.
Is the bird still there?
Yeah, the bird's still here, and when you come over it, it sees you and kind of hops out of its nest for a moment.
Hey, buddy. Is that
Says,
the guy?
Hi. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Thanks. You see
Bye.
any? Well, actually, you see anybody else around here other than that guy?
Sometimes.
You know what they look like? Can you kind of describe them?
The
Anybody-
bird tilts its head to the side.
Yeah, that's kind of what That's okay. Enjoy that food there.
Okay. It jumps back into the nest.
Well, I'm gonna go back to the guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
What do you guys want to do?
That's our guy. That's the guy who comes by. I didn't figure.
well, do we talk to him?
Talk to the guard
Yeah.
again.
I mean,
Probably have more information than the bird.
we could potentially get thrown in jail.
It's a reoccurring theme with this party.
Yeah.
I think
Might
you guys
not.
have served more jail time than all the other groups combined.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a tendency to put my foot in my mouth whenever I start talking to the guards. Usually doesn't end up that well.
Has it happened twice before, or?
Me? I mean, I guess actually I only went to jail once. Then I sat outside the jail.
I went
Eating
to jail
stuff.
3 times.
That's the fucking best line. This guy finishes talking to a bird, goes back. That's our guy. Well, you don't know. I've only been in jail once.
It's true.
Love it.
Alright, well, with that, I'm just gonna start walking over to the guard, and I'm gonna take out 2 cigars.
I'm gonna hang back.
Alright, he sees you approaching, and he looks over, and he goes, oh, hey, it's been a while.
Nice to see you, and I'll hand out one of the cigars to him.
He takes one and lights it with like some sort of small piece of tinder that he has in his coat.
And I'll hold up mine to ask him, like, light mine too.
Okay, yeah, he holds the two together and hands you one. Have you smoked before back in the land of Kinth?
I don't know. Probably not.
Probably not. Make a Constitution saving throw, please.
What's the worst that could happen? Nat 20.
You're smooth as fuck. Okay. The smoking comes naturally to you, and you kind of stand there with him, and he turns to you and he says, "Well, how have things been? Just come out here to
Pretty
keep you
shitty.
company on my watch."
Yeah, you looked a little bored.
Yeah. You're on the money.
Say, little, I don't know why I just thought of this. I was here a while back, and an odd little rumor came around.
Yeah, you and the little, the smaller guys, right?
Yeah. Yo, what happened to that warehouse?
Oh, the one over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, the guard came by one day and found somebody had broken into the whole cellar area and just torched the whole place. Had it boarded up. The man that owns the place is apparently out of town, so it's just kind of staying there derelict.
That's odd. Who would torch up an empty building? Do you think something was going on there?
He kind of shrugs. He says, "I don't know, could be. There've been a couple strange happenings in this town."
A couple? Like, what else has been going on?
Yeah, well, before this fire, we've had some disappearances, and that keeps going on. Well, strange rumors about the road that, this might be a winter to remember. I've heard a lot of places have been completely snowed in. Haven't seen an edition of the Chronicle in a while either.
You expect it to be a much more harsh winter than years past?
Well, I mean, everybody wants to embellish their stories, but talk is on the road that some places have had snowstorms the likes of which that could tear roofs off your house.
This area normally gets storms like that? Or is it pretty tame here?
No, I've heard about that in Kazil, but never all the way down here. But, like I mentioned it, I'll be ready to believe it fully when I see it with my own eyes.
Right. I'll hand him another cigar, by the way.
Thanks.
And I'll light up the second one, if we're getting low in our first.
Yeah, he continues to stand there, and it seems like he enjoys chatting with you. After a little bit, he asks you, what you're up to. He says, "So are you a traveler along the road? Just, caught in town for a bit?"
Yeah. Looking for work. A little down on my luck, to be honest.
Yeah, aren't we all? I was in town for quite a while before I landed this gig. What is Lotho and Aldrin up to right now? What are you guys doing?
Are we kind of hidden in the in the alley or what? In an alley? Like, are we out of sight of the guard?
Yeah, you're in a place where you can easily watch them around the corner without being seen. Because
Okay,
you're still sort of hidden from before.
Yeah, I want to back away a little bit and be like, just kind of say, "Theo, we need your help. We're pretty sure we finished this job, but I think we need a little guidance here."
Call out to him, but there's no response.
Alright, I'm gonna hide in a bush as well and say, "I call upon you, Theo. I need your help, please."
Okay, yeah, you find a little shrub off the side of the road here, and this sort of, just torn apart. area of town,
This
and kind of
shitty bush.
yeah, nestle in there. All the snow kind of falls about your beard, and you call on him, but he doesn't show.
God, Theo's being a bitch. He didn't come for me either, so
Yeah, I think
I think he doesn't like us anymore.
either he's still digging up information, or I mean, really, we just can't leave the town. But I really think we gotta find this other guy. I just don't know what to do. I don't know how
Yeah.
to.
Interesting. Okay, well, back to the conversation over here. You would see Aldrin kind of disappear on the corner and then come back. Maybe he went off to take a piss or something, or went
Most
to try and
likely.
summon some horrible devil. But
Most likely he was pissed though.
the guard here, he turns to you, Verth, and he says, "Well, I don't really know what I can say about the work. I haven't heard a lot around town, especially with weather like this. There's not going to be much going on."
I can imagine. Say, a while back there were some shady people who were kind of hiding out in here.
You mean in the warehouse district?
Yeah. Only reason why I know is because one of them tried to pick something out of my pocket and I chased him over here. That's why we're here, actually, a while back.
No kidding. Yeah, well, I don't really see a lot of people on my watches here, but every now and then, usually when I come by later at night, I'll sometimes think I hear something.
You think has that happened anytime recently?
Yeah, every now and then, actually. Every couple of nights.
Even after the incident?
Oh,
And I'll point to
yeah.
where the boarded up warehouse is.
Yeah, no, I still hear them.
That's odd.
Do you think they're connected?
Perhaps. I don't know. Shady fucks, if you ask me.
Well,
Anyways, I don't want to keep too much of your time. I just saw you, recognized you, thought I'd come over and say hello.
sure. Yeah, if you ever want to come by and, kind of help me pass the time, I'll be here.
Sounds good. I'll extend my hand and I'll ask for his name.
Sure. The name's Tristan, and he gives you a handshake.
Tristan?
Yep.
It's been a pleasure.
And he
And
gives you a
I'll
nod
nod my
as you
head.
head off.
I'll walk off.
Okay, you make your way back around the corner and meet up with your group.
Well, took a while, sorry. Guard says there's still perhaps some people lurking about, so best stay on our toes.
Yeah, we tried calling on Theo, and there's still dead air. So, want to maybe, I don't know, like stake out?
Did
That
Theo have
crazy?
a deadline for us, by the way? He said before we leave town.
Yeah, he said just don't leave town.
Okay.
We have to get this done. I mean, that's so. As long as we stay here,
Yeah.
and it's not like we have like a month or so, or like 3 days to finish it.
Yeah, he didn't give us a timeline.
Alright. Well, least we can do is have a stakeout tonight. Try to see if we see anything.
Yeah. Aldrin will be fine with that.
You want to hold up
Interesting.
in the warehouse? See if maybe we can.
Yeah,
get
let's
down
try to
there.
find like a high spot
Yeah,
in
that's
the
a good
warehouse
idea.
and with as much vision as possible.
You guys
an eye
care
out.
if I quickly go make a run real quickly? Into town?
Sure.
Go for it.
Alright.
We'll find a warehouse here, and
Okay.
I'll go around the outside of the building to make my way inside and find you guys.
Yeah.
That way I don't come from the front where the guy normally comes from, so.
Right. So where are you headed off to, Aldrin?
I am going to head to that place where Lotho bought the, like, coats and stuff like that, or the jackets.
Oh, well, you don't know exactly where he got those.
All right, then I'm gonna search for a merchant that sells them.
Okay. Yeah, there seems to
Hopefully
be like
find
a
the same
main
one.
general store in town that most people use, and you wander in there. There's a lady over in her like her 20-something with some dark hair and a pair of spectacles. She just like stares at a book, kind of gives you a cursory glance as you enter, and then goes back to reading.
Hello, madam. If you don't mind me interrupting you for a moment of your time,
She looks
I
over
was
at
wondering if you sold any kind of like jacket or fur coats like I have on right now.
She points over to the wall where there's a display of these coats easily in view.
Ah, thank you very much. I'm gonna walk over there and I'm gonna find the biggest one I can find,
Okay.
and I will buy it from her.
All right. Yeah, it costs 4 gold, and she'll take your gold and kind of hand you the coat.
Okay. Now I'm gonna make my way back to my friends,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go around the backside so that way if the dude does come, I don't scare him off.
All right. So you're all holed up on the top of a warehouse that you were able to access by jumping some crates. Oh, damn! I muted for a second. You make your way over to a warehouse nearby, and by jumping on some crates, you're able to get up top. And there you wait, the 3 of you laying on this roof. Hopefully, you'll find something, and you're gonna stay here through the night.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna hand Verth the jacket that I just bought for him, and hand that over to him so that way he can stay warm if he ever gets cold.
Okay. Let's see. Verth,
I'll
you
just
have a
boop
nice
him on the
coat.
nose.
That was awfully considerate of you, Aldrin.
Oh yeah, I've had a change of heart, having almost died a couple times now.
So, as the evening falls, I'll have all of you please roll perception.
Oh, that
14.
was cruel.
Where's my clicker thing? There we go.
14, a 4.
All right, I'm about to roll. This is what is this again? Sorry.
Perception.
Perception. Okay, that's what I thought. So it's +4, 16. God, I'm rolling great in the perception.
I got 10.
Aldrin,
I had your stream up, so
Aldrin and Verth, you guys both see as evening begins to come around and things are quiet, that the guard comes by, off in the distance, and he stands around for a bit and has a smoke, and then he wanders off. And then shortly after that, you see what looks like a couple of figures off in the distance, making their way down the street towards this district. It's only the backlighting of the different lanterns and whatnot in the town that kind of shows their silhouette as they come towards you, because the warehouse district is so poorly lit. And here, amidst the darkness and the cold, as you're all sort of laying around here in your winter attire, trying to stave back the freezing, you can see, ever so faintly, what looks like 2 people carrying a very large object. They don't, however, go up to the warehouse that you guys had been to, but go near another one and disappear around the corner.
You guys make of that? Oh, wait, I didn't see it, did I?
Nope.
Never mind. I say nothing.
So, did you guys see what I just saw at all, or?
Yeah, I'll
You
point
what?
to him. I'll say, "Hey, Lotho, you think you could trail him?"
Yeah.
Okay. You point over
Sure.
there, and Lotha, you can see what looks like tracks in the snow over there, but there's no people.
Turn into an ermine.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I guess I will turn into a mangy looking cat.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Like a really furry one though.
Okay.
And try and follow them.
Sure. Alright, you take on a newly furred form and start to run down the street. All of you guys can kind of see in the dim evening light as Lotha begins to just like chase off down there. And,
I want to be kind of stealthy, by the way.
Yeah, go ahead and roll stealth for me. And do so
We're
with
gonna trail
advantage.
far behind.
Okay.
Okay, so 16, so 20.
20. Okay.
Oh,
You make your way around the corner and you see what looks like two people carting a huge, it looks like a carpet that's been rolled up into a cellar nearby. And they're just going through there and the cellar doors close behind them.
Does anything about them look familiar?
Oh, no, they look like two people who have their faces hidden in their hoods and they're bundled up in winter clothing.
Okay. I'll just kind of sit on that. Once they go inside, I'll sit on that cellar door
Okay.
until they arrive.
Yeah, a moment
turn
later,
around.
Verth comes around the corner. You can see that sitting atop a somewhat partially snowed-in cellar door, there appears to be the cat Lotho.
Let's see. As best I can, I'll see if I can get him to, like, get across that I want him to open the door so I can sneak in.
Sure, what do you want to do?
I was thinking the same thing.
Were you?
Yep.
Okay. Then I'll just do some stupid little dance and hope that, like, kind of paw at the door.
Sure, yeah, you paw at the door, and Verth, what do you want to do?
I'll try to gingerly just creak it open enough so he can slip through,
Okay.
and then close it, and then just listen. Put my ear in the door.
Yeah, make a sleight of hand check for me.
Not great.
The cellar door lets out a light sort of creak as you open it, and make enough space for this cat to slip inside.
That was an 8, by the way.
Okay.
I'll hop down.
Alright. Are you gonna close the door behind Cat Lotho?
Yeah, I was just creaking it open just enough.
Okay. So you close the door behind,
Close it.
and Lotho, you make your way inside in your cat form, finding yourself going down a set of stairs. And go ahead and make for me a perception roll.
dun, dun, dun. Ooh,
22.
nice.
22. Okay. You hear, with your very sort of keen feline perception, way down the stairs, what sounds like chanting, and it's very, very familiar. And there shall end the session.
Those nuts, man.
Damn.
Holy shit. I gotta save my
There we
Here.
go.
up in gold now, boys. So
I'm ready
much
to make
money.
sushi out of these new cultists.
I'm hoping that Theo finds a cure for my disease.
Why does everyone have a disease now?
I don't have a disease.
No, he doesn't have a disease.
Like a
I
perceived
am the
one.
one.
I am 100% normal.
Uh-huh.
I don't know
Yeah,
why these
sure.
guys keep giving me these sideways glances.
Yeah, right. Hey, Bird, how you been?
Hey, Bert,
What's up, buddy?
what's wrong with this guy?
Oh,
Oh,
Uh,
that was fun.
chat's disappointed that Birth hasn't died yet. You have some savage friends.
why is everybody upset
That's
they
just
haven't died?
Casey.
Freaking Casey. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Ignore that fool.
Well, to anybody who's watching out there, thanks for tuning in. That's it for tonight. Big ups to all the players, all of our audience and patrons that make this possible, and we'll see you next time. We're going to talk some random stuff if you want to kick around, and we'll see you perhaps tomorrow.
Oh, holy shit.
Cultists are terrifying, man.
You did pretty
Oh,
good, though.
Those cultists were pudding. We'll see what this next ones are.
Yeah. So, Taslim,